let's just watch the stream.
Running away.
Oh
Skills
gosh,
of War.
back when Skills of War was still Red-Handed Doom, their
Oh.
first dungeon, they went 3 different directions at once. Like the
It's
group
not good.
completely. I was like, I kind of thought that Don't Split the Party was like a thing that everybody just kind of knew from pop culture. They were like, nah, they went 3 totally different directions. I was like, okay, that's cool.
I was lulled into a false sense of security with the other side rooms being completely empty. So
Oh, fair
you know,
enough.
I was like, oh, here's another little empty alcove with which I can pepper him with arrows, and oh dear God, oh dear
Yeah.
God, this is not empty.
We once had a dwarf riding on a dwarf, and we're in this like dungeon that's it's multiple layers. It's basically like a tower. It's like a reverse tower. It's going down. Yeah, they were riding each other, and they just rode like 3 floors ahead of everybody else, and they triggered like all sorts of traps. They threw a piece of meat on the floor and some of the flesh golem that we had to. It was. Don't go ahead without until everyone's ready.
Also, the other half of the story is don't flirt with another player's wife. Like there was a guy trying to mac on the one dwarf was trying to mac on the other dwarf's dwarven wife.
Oh, true.
Yeah. And the guy doing the macking, let's just say he's not 100% invested in the game when he's playing. So he kind of gets like, he kind of misses some like key clues, like the lady's husband being like, I'll get you for this. So then like 5 sessions later, when the guy's like, hop on my back, we're gonna fly ahead and scout. He's like, sure. And then they flew ahead and he dumped him in front of a bunch of monsters and left him there to die. So
Now,
that's the other half of the story. So
now this was a player, like a character macking
No, it
on
was
another character's wife, or a player
Yeah.
macking on another player's wife.
See,
Yeah.
I don't stand for PvP, but if somebody dumb enough to let somebody else fly them 3 floors ahead on the dungeon, I can't stop them. You know what I'm saying? Like there's yeah.
The craziest thing is they were like surrounded, and the next session, like he was just so confident that he was gonna be fine. Like he was so confident. Then the session starts, and he's like, "I cast freedom of movement on myself and get out of the grapple." And then you're like, "Well, I just murder you." Like,
Yeah, you have stumpy dwarf legs and you can't fly anymore. Like where are you gonna go with 25 speed?
oh man.
Yeah.
FYI, I was really stupid and I left my laptop charging cable at work. So
Oh,
we
no.
have 2 hours of battery life.
Okay,
Oh,
to
the
be fair,
reach
work is
is
10 minutes away. You could go and get it.
That's what I'm about to say. That work
Oh,
is
okay.
10 minutes away and I'm gonna go and get it.
Okay. So are you just gonna like listen on the phone while you're going?
Just sum up for me when I get back. It'll be fine.
Okay. All right. Don't speed. Make sure you get donuts and coffee and you don't share them with your man. All that good
I
stuff.
don't deserve them.
There you go. There you go. That sounds like a healthy marriage. All right. So let's jump into this thing. Last time on Saltmarsh, you guys had gone on a mission of diplomacy ? But also a mission of arms dealing. I think it went rather well. You offered your services in a number of ways, and Princess Othetek, I think that's right. She definitely sees some value in you outsiders that she wants to get some mileage out of. So she has asked you to investigate the lair, essentially, of a powerful totem beast that her people are not allowed to harm, but that has now lately been harming her people. She believes that this all might actually be wrapped up in the efforts of the Sahaugen in the region, and she's offered to pay you pretty generously for your efforts. And she has already paid you for extracting useful information from a prisoner. So I think that's kind of where we left off, with you guys deciding whether or not you wanted to. I think it's almost unanimous. You're going to head back to the ship, and then you're going to, from the ship, figure out your next move. So, all right. When we left off, according to the calendar clock, it was 4 p.m. On the 29th day of chess, 65 degrees, clear and windy. You have water breathing until 1 p.m. on the 30th. All right. So what is the plan, Skis? Just gonna head back using your little boat like you got there in the first place?
Yep.
Okay.
Weren't we promised use of a raft to be able to get the rest of the cargo back as well?
Yeah, you were. And then I guess the raft will also involve bringing some lizard folk to sort of help. That will happen. So you have a raft and some lizard folks so that they can help your crew get the equipment back and sell it. All right, sounds good. Okay. Any other questions for lizard folk before you head out?
Is Joku coming back with us, or
I think
find her job done?
Yeah, I think she's gonna catch up with her people and business here in their settlement. Though she does speak your language, so more than likely it would be better for her to accompany her people as they grab the rest of the guns and all that jazz. So, much to her displeasure, she will be assigned this last task with the soft skins. So she, Rook, and Disease Through will have to, continue working with you guys to get those weapons. They also ask that you provide a couple of people to provide training in the weapons. So you'll need to pick maybe 2 or 3 crew members to go back with them and give them firearms instructions. Now, I know gameplay-wise, firearms are a martial weapon. Anybody who can use martial weapons can use it. Thematically and story-wise, these people have never used, clockwork, essentially, equipment, things with heavy moving parts and stuff like that. So even if it was like crossbows and stuff, they probably still need a little bit of, how the hell does this thing work, kind of instruction. Which I think crossbow's about as complicated as a gun. Yeah. So, anyways, you'll need to send 2 or 3 people back to explain that stuff. All right. You guys hop in the raft. You hop in your jolly ship, the jolly boat, and you head back to the ship. I believe that journey takes you about 3 hours, right? It took about 3 hours to get in.
Did it take us less time because of Brian helping us? Is that only with large ship movement?
That is a great question. Ah, man, a ship is a ship. Rules is written. But like, this is such a difficult place to sail.
I mean, that's fair. I just, I'm just asking the question.
Yeah, we'll shave it down. We'll shave it down to like 2 hours. We'll kind of meet in the middle. Like, this is something that more like a ranger would probably assist with, because the difficulty is not so much in sailing the ship as navigating the terrain. But in any opportunity there is to sail the ship, it would go faster. And then, of course, there's having to wait for the lizard folk with the raft, but then they're natives. So yeah, we'll say about 2 hours. So you guys get back to the ship around 6 p.m. Sunset isn't until 7. Back on the ship, what do you want to do?
We're gonna go and talk with Bjorn, and I'm gonna let him know that a deal has been struck, and to assist offloading all of the firearms, and to get the crew to start offloading onto the raft for the lizard folk.
To say that's racist. Do all dwarves look alike to you?
No. I just she was the most eager to see you because she knows that you guys were on a mission of diplomacy, and she fancies
That's
herself
right.
a diplomat. Yeah. Yeah. 500 NPCs. They just ride around in my brain all day. It's great.
Fair
It's a
enough.
great feeling.
Yep, and we're gonna have
So people call it multiple personality disorder.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
I think have Theodosa, and I mean we could have our diplomat. Send them two together to go
Alright.
show the goods.
Yeah. Zona Layton. She's like.
Aye, sonny, I know how to use a firearm. I used one for a few years when I was a pirate outside of Lantown. Those were the good old days. But now I walk a path of peace.
And you see now that this old grandmotherly dwarf has like love and hate like tattooed on her knuckles.
Did she get them together?
And he's done.
Oh yeah. So she is definitely ready for this. So you taking her?
Yeah, and Theodosa,
Theodosa.
that
That
bitch.
is- yeah.
Crow's nest.
Sly.
Yeah, she is a sniper, so that'd be a good person. Yeah.
Yep. And I know like she still hates Garuda and stuff, and I'm gonna be like, and when I assign her the role, I'm gonna really like talk her up a bunch, be like, I saw your work with the guns, you're a master shotter. I think you'd be perfect for the task. You know,
Ooh.
kind of lift her spirits a bit.
Go ahead and either roll persuasion or deception with advantage because she likes being lied to and being praised. So she definitely wants you to succeed at this.
So
Yeah,
close.
She kind of beams and she gives you a sneer, Garuda.
I smile back at her.
Okay. She has
Should we
no
warn
idea.
them that
Yeah,
the
she has
lizard
no
folk
idea
have
you're
some-
smiling because you're a fucking bird. So she just thinks that you opened your mouth. So she's just like, she just kind of shakes her head at you. All right. She hasn't
Should
learned
probably
what.
warn them that the lizard folk have some interesting tastes when it comes to food.
Yeah,
Oh.
do any of them speak Dragonborn? Like, they don't, right?
Did you say food? Yeah, I could. You need like a culinary expert. Go on a mission of cultural exchange.
No, you just prepare a nice meal for everyone for tonight. It's supposed to be a rough storm, so put up everyone's
Alright.
spirits.
I'll do something real wet. That way, if when they start puking, it comes up easy.
Very smart.
That's the word I'll describe it with too. This meal is wet.
As far as food goes, Dart, the lizard folk, I think they might be more interested in eating you than what you might serve.
This might be an opportune time to get rid of people. You know what I'm saying?
I do understand what you're saying, but we don't want to lose any more crew. We already just had to replenish the stock.
Yeah, and Jenna's gonna ask around and see if anyone speaks Draconic.
Yeah, this lady right here does.
Yeah, and she's gonna ask Cecil to go with them as well.
All right.
And I think that should be good.
I would go and warn our two or one other Eric Cocker and the cat person that to watch out. Make sure to keep a strong eye out for the lizard folk. They may want to eat them.
Okay.
Just make sure that warning is
Yeah.
out there for them.
Yeah. She gives you a sagely nod. All right.
And then we're gonna get we're gonna tell Oceanus he needs to come with us. Going on a mission of great importance.
Well, wait. Oceanus. Oh, okay. Let's see. Where is he? Oh, he's right there with you guys already. It's like he wanted to go.
Good.
Oh, and an important mission. Does this pay extra?
It may. Yes. We'll see.
All right. It'll be nice to explore the land a little bit. Is this something I need to be ready to stab stuff with?
Yeah. We may be fighting Sahaugen.
All right. I'll do whatever I can. And you do notice that he has no armor.
Like, I mean, we got a bunch of stuff like a trident and whatnot from some
he's just
walkers.
like, he's cosplaying like He-Man Gigolo right now. He's got,
Well,
he managed to get himself a pair of underpants. That's all he's got right now.
I mean, if
Jenna's
there's
out
other
there.
pants I know about. Yeah. I mean, Jenna just kind of like, take your pick. I mean, we have everything, and you could have, I don't know what type of fighter it is. We have hide armor, leather armor, battle axe.
Was the trident his that we found?
Studded leather.
Yeah, the coral trident is his. So if that hasn't been returned, I'll have to give him a different weapon.
It's been returned, but did we sell it?
Yeah. You can have the trident.
Okay.
I'm just saying, this motherfucker is walking around Saltmarsh in his underwear, and nobody said anything.
I mean, he looks good.
Well,
right?
he didn't even have underwear when he went to buy the underwear.
It's
They
confidence.
probably give him a discount.
Yeah.
We also have a metal shield if he likes shields.
His people really only wear clothes for function, or decoration. There's not really like a nudity rule in aquatic elf society, in so much as you're underwater. Like, why would you want wet clothes all the time? All right, yeah, he'll suit up in some leather.
I have studded leather. He could have.
Oh, okay. So he'll
Or
suit up
medium armor too. Whatever he prefers.
I mean, if you got chainmail, he'll wear chainmail, but
Oh, that's fine.
okay. So yeah, he will go ahead and put on some studded leather armor, and then he will grab a light crossbow and some ammunition. All right, there we go. Boris sees that light crossbow, and he kind of, looks at it kind of longingly, like, man, wish I had a light crossbow. I just have this trident. Doesn't make sense since my whole race is a bunch of mercenaries. Like, why would they stat me out without a ranged weapon? That's crazy talk.
Who said that?
Alright.
Is this one Boris?
Yeah.
Give him 13 javelins.
Oh, javelins. Okay. He will take those javelins.
Boris could be crew.
I think
Someday.
javelin has the same stats as a thrown trident, so just leave that the same. All right, cool.
I've got an extra crossbow that I got from Garuda earlier. It's not like I can really dual wield crossbows.
You can dual wield hand crossbows, but yeah, not light or heavy.
I mean, if he's being butthurt about only having the javelins, I can part with a crossbow.
He'd actually do better with the javelins because he has a higher strength and dex.
Fair enough.
So, yep. All right, sweet. So these two boyos are ready for action, and these three are excited about their mission. It is not lost on them. This is an all ladies crew that has been sent to the lizard folk. But the rest of your crew really don't care too much because they are just happy that they do not have to go to the lizard folk. So, but some of them are smart enough to act like their feelings are hurt. Like,
I really wanted to go. Oh man. That sucks. Oh, you're so lucky. Oh man.
Sorry, Toothpick Tate. Only so many people can go.
Yeah, he gives you a knowing look, and he says,
I see. I wasn't chosen on account of the fact that I got a penis. Well, that's just how it is in the workplace nowadays. 80% wages. I see how it is.
and he looks over at the women, and the three women all look triumphant at him, like, you idiot. And then he gives you a sly wink, Captain.
I wink back.
All right. Anyone else have anything they need to take care of on the boat?
I'm just gonna drop Hedwig and Snake off with the vet.
Okay.
Other pets. Sorry guys, you guys can't come. It might get dangerous. Stay safe here and watch out for the crew. I trust you
Alright,
too.
The snake, which is sort of coiled possessively around Hedwig, who is either dead or asleep, the snake looks at you and just kind of drags Hedwig off your shoulder and kind of slithers over, looking for a new master. The snake is very much into Cecil, but Cecil will be leaving the ship. So the snake kind of makes its way over to the most soft-hearted person on the ship, Bloody Bjorn. All right. Bloody Bjorn, he looks down at the snake and he says,
What do you got there? Oh, a little birdie, do ya? Oh, that's a good boy.
and he kind of scratches the snake under the chin. All right.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, I'm gonna let Bloody Bjorn to know that the area is infested with Sahaugen and to keep the crew on a high alert and post extra watches in case they get attacked by Sahaugen while we're gone.
All right. He looks at you and he kind of nods in like respect, and he says,
I was gonna do that very same thing, but it fills my heart with confidence that you would captain in such a way, Captain.
Of course.
The real wordsmith.
All right, you heard the captain. We're in dangerous waters. Sea devils be in the ocean, waiting to climb aboard and make us their meat. While the captain's away, you listen to me, and you listen good, or you're gonna die.
all right. So he takes over those duties. All right. So you guys are taking your jolly ship out again?
Yep.
All right. Now, the area that you're going into is a bayou, so you can definitely take the ship.
Wait, are we
it
heading
is-
to the island or are we heading to the ruins? Because last week I think we were thinking of doing the island first, but this is somewhere we're headed after the ship.
Yep,
Wait.
good question. The Thousand Teeth, he lives on an island in the middle of the bayou, south of Suriel, which is the lizard folk place where you just were. But if that is the case, let me go ahead and grab Jolly Boat for you.
We're going to run into Sahaugen either way, but if we go to the ruins first, tools for dealing with Thousand Teeth.
The only thing I fear is supposed to be terrible weather tomorrow, and if we're not able to finish up everything today, it may be rough. Trying to take care of it tomorrow in a storm.
Who has the night vision goggles?
I'm wearing them.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. Where's that good old Jolly Boat? Nope. Is that it? Nope.
Does anyone have any ideas for how to fix Broken Tooth, perhaps without killing him? Could make us a lot more money.
only thing I could think of would be to actually go to the ruins first and take care of whatever is possessing or corrupting him. But beyond that, I don't.
That sounds like a pretty good idea, though. If that's our goal.
I think we should
Jenna
maximize.
Jenna
that.
looks at Oceanus longingly, wishing she would have had more time with him.
All right. Yeah, he looks over at you. Go ahead and give me a deception check. Okay. He smiles back at you. You gotta find a good jolly ship that is not so pixelated when it gets scaled up. This is very, very sad.
We should just get the one from Wind Waker. Just saying.
Oh yeah, with the dragon head and everything.
Yeah.
I've got a pretty cool one, but it doesn't have a sail built in. It just looks like a rowboat, but it's way better looking. So let's use that one.
Did one for Windbreaker? I don't know what that would crush.
An awakened boat. It's the good stuff. Alright, so let me pile you guys in. This jolly boat can hold eight people, but if there's 8 people in the boat, you are going to be squeezing. So any more than 8, you will be squeezing. Or sorry, any more than 7, you'll be squeezing. So all 8 of you do fit in the boat.
Well, I'm pretty sure Garuda's gonna fly.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna fly above him a little bit.
That's
Just
your best bet.
Alright.
We're heading to the ruins, or are we heading to the island?
I think the ruins. I think that's the plan.
All right.
Dietro's a blunt instrument, and he will go where directed.
Albus is very confused, but he's pretending like he knows what's going on, so he's just gonna be like nodding whenever Jenna makes a decision, like, yes, that's what I would have done too, and he'll just get in the boat.
What you get for not paying attention last week, huh?
He was
All right.
I
distracted
think
by the
Pietro might have
beautiful
passed
scarred.
me on, and it was really tasty. There was a lot of licking involved.
We record the game, so I guess you could have watched it if you wanted to 100% know what was going on, but it's cool. All right, so you guys are making your way through the bayou, and gosh, right around sunset, as things are starting to kind of grow a little bit darker. It is slow going as you guys navigate around the different trees of the growing out of the water. In most places, the water is only about 4 feet deep, but in other areas, there are drop-offs where it grows significantly deeper. The riverbed, as it were, of the bayou is just very thick, very, very sticky mud. So just kind of keep that in mind. All right. Garuda, you are flying overhead, trying to keep a lookout for things. Go ahead and give me a perception check. And also just remind everybody what your passive is.
passive is 15.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so as you are making your way through the swamps, you do see, not in time so much to avoid them, but certainly in time to see them before they can do an ambush. You see a bunch of frog-like humanoids riding on giant frogs that are very well hidden in the mud and the muck. They do seem to be aware of the party, and they do seem to be lying in wait for the party. You do see them. At this point, it occurs to you that your party has sort of sailed, not all the way into the ambush, but there are frogs everywhere.
Okay. So I imagine that Afro will be looking at me, and I First, I had to pull out my weapons and clack them together, just so, like she hears them.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like she has a high passive perception, because she is perceptive too. So instead of me calling out that there's people around, I make sure that she knows that we need to get ready for a fight.
Oh, okay, okay. Slick.
Okay. I will relay that to the other people. That Garuda is kind of making some noises and that we're about to get ambushed, but you know.
Yeah, Jenna's gonna ready a firebolt.
Pietro's gonna get out his crossbow and start scanning the shoreline.
Can we ready actions? Is this the thing we could do?
Yeah, you certainly can. The tricky thing about readying actions is, like, technically they're all readying actions because they're readying for an ambush, you know what I'm saying? So, when two sides kind of know about each other, then you just kind of roll, like, a straight initiative to deal with that fact. I mean, if there was a couple of you that were adamantly like, I refuse to ready an action, then I guess we'd have the first round of combat without those people. But since everybody's, you know, aware of what's going on, that would happen. Now, if you could somehow find a way to counter ambush them, that might be different. But from what you could tell, Garuda, they definitely are aware of the party, and you know, they are very subtly, you know, kind of shifting into position, as it were.
I don't think I'm smart.
That being said, you are going to prevent a full-on, like, surprise round, so everybody should be able to act accordingly. That also being said, the party could try to cast, like, buff spells on themselves and things like that, under the pretense of just, oh man, my spell of seeing in the swamp wore off, I'll cast it again, you know, that kind of thing. Innocent, we don't know we're being ambushed type actions that wouldn't draw attention. Keep in mind that if you're readying your bow shot and things like that, like that is an action that people can see, right? So they would see you getting your bow, like, drawn and arrows ready and things like that. So when you guys say that you're readying actions, just kind of keep that sort of stuff in mind.
Okay.
So what you're saying is, instead of readying action, cast Mirror Image.
Oh, okay. Now the boat is super crowded. I think, given the janky nature of Mirror Image, a couple of the Jennas look like they're just floating above the water. You know what I'm saying? Because of, like, displacement and all that. But we'll mark the real Jenna with this here pink dot.
I mean, Jenna's a really small girl.
Not according to your miniature, just saying. So, takes up 5 foot by 5 foot space. That's a big girl. All right.
5'2".
Yeah, so, yeah,
90.
all of them are, like, crowded in there. There we go. Okay, so go ahead and give me initiative rolls. This
You need
seems
to
like...
be on the map.
Oh yeah, to see your miniatures. Gotcha. So let me take you over to a random bayou map. All right, everybody able to see?
Yes, I
Yes.
can.
All right. Let me see. There should be global illumination, but there should be, like, weird pillars everywhere. Those are trees. I'm gonna try that out. If it's too cumbersome, I won't. In future bayou maps, I won't bother to dynamically light the trees. We'll just be like, these are trees. Can't see through them. All right, you guys are rolling some initiatives. Good.
I rolled before the map changed, so I'm not in
okay.
thing, but I
What-
rolled an 11.
11. Okay. Can you select your mini and roll again, and then just change it to an 11?
You betcha.
All right.
Ooh, 2. That's not right.
We really have 2 12s and 3 11s. Wow.
It's not letting me change the initiative.
Oh, okay. I'll change it then. It says 11.2.
I see 11.12
Okay,
on
hold on.
Bryn.
Right.
There you go. All right, how's that? There we go.
That's at 11.
Almost done. Just a couple more. All right. I think we got everybody. All right. So, Garuda, you give the clack clack on your guns that you and Afra discussed at a previously arranged time. She gives everybody the nudge nudge that follows the clack clack, and everybody subtly prepares for combat. Your defenses are at their full. Your reactions are available. That said, some of these jabrones rolled pretty dang good on their initiatives. Let me close down this combat music and get you guys into, or sorry, this non-combat music. Get you guys into this formally. All right.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Now, a word of advice before we get started. I know it's super tedious because we're all very spoiled by Dungeons and Dragons on Roll20, mostly working most of the time. Right now, there's an ongoing bug. It's like 2.5 weeks now this has been happening, where not all roles show up for all people. So I need everybody, including myself, to narrate said rolls. So if you roll and you're like, I roll with advantage, and I got a 22, and I deal such and such amount of damage. Like, just like IRL D&D if we were all at a nice big table. Because we aren't going to be able to read everybody's attacks. Here's the fun part, right? You don't know which of your rolls are not showing up or not, so don't try to lie about your rolls.
Did someone try?
No, all my players are legit, but it did occur to me. I was like, it would be so embarrassing if someone tried to lie about their rolls because you don't know which of your rolls
Yeah,
are
you
showing
don't know
up.
which one.
Yeah, so for the love of God, just just keep that in mind. Accept RNGesus into your hearts. It is what it is. Unfortunately. All right. So glad we got
A
that out.
natural 20. Another natural 20. That's a 12, bro.
Yeah.
Plus 8. Plus 8.
All right. So what do we got here? You see behind and to the right of your ship a frog dude or lady, adorable, riding on a very big frog, also adorable. Rise up. They are covered in slime and algae and mud. They let loose battle cries because why not? It's adorable. And they are going to, they're going to attack. These are the, well, I think most people would know what these are in Dungeons and Dragons. These are bullywugs. Bullywugs are evil frog folk, essentially. All right. So, the bullywugs riding on Froggos. The benefit of them riding on the Froggos is the Froggos, some of the most overpowered low-level monsters in the game, can't, be anything but a mount. So that part's good. But they do have a pretty sweet jump. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and sort of leap to the attack. So it's going to use the swim speed here and the jumping speed to get closer to you guys. It's going to jump over this island, I think. Yeah, there we go. All right, as it gets into position, it is going to grab one of the spears off of its back. And 1, 2, 3, 4. It is going to chuck a spear at you, Pietro.
Alrighty.
All right. Now, it was you guys got to congratulate Garuda because their stealth checks were all 18s. Yeah. So this was I've read online that this particular ambush has gone badly for some people. So kudos for that excellent stealth, or I mean perception check. All right, so that is a 15 for 2. I don't think that hits.
No.
No.
Alrighty, so that brings us to the next one. It swims over and bursts out of the out of hiding, and then this Froggo is going to go ahead and take a dodge action. That is its turn. All right, down here by this island. Let's see. Both of those guys. Cool. All right, you see 2 more up ahead in the dim light of sunset. These guys, they definitely look like they're a little more edgelord. Like they go in for that body piercing and maybe some fell magics. Who knows for sure? They appear and also covered in muck and mud. They kind of had like the whole Arnold Schwarzenegger hiding from the Predator disguise going on. They're very proud of the work they did, but it really was just a bunch of mud. So, oh, nice. Okay, yeah. So this one right here. Oh, I'm on the DM there. This one right here is going to sing the Rue Glog song. Does anyone speak Bullywug? I don't know why I asked. I just whatever. So he begins singing the Rue Glog song, and he and those around him all seem to get swole. Like they seem to kind of increase in toughness a bit. So that's cool. All right. Then he is going to use his action to swim over to here and kind of go back under the water and use that as cover, partial cover, all that good stuff.
Where did it swim to?
Behind a tree / underwater. Yep.
Okay.
Over here. All right. Let's see. The other one. Yeah. He is going to swim, or she, back under the water. So he surfaces, sees that the attack is underway, and then he's going to swim under the water. And then he will swim over to 40-foot swim speed. I love it. He'll swim over here and stay underwater behind this tree. And you know what? He will then use a dash action, and he'll swim over to here. So he's like underwater / behind the tree. So he's definitely got some good cover working right there. While those guys are doing that, this guy right here is going to shift around in the saddle, and he is going to attack the nearest target, which is Boris. All right.
Not Boris.
All right, here we go. He has a shield, so he's using his spear one-handed. He makes 2 attacks. One with his spear. And, fortunately he did not have advantage. So a 10 misses. And then he is going to stick out his tongue and try to pull Boris close with his tongue and bite him.
Over here.
But that also misses. All right.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. I haven't seen any of those rolls.
Yeah, so that was at 8. So, this bug is ruining my life. It's not like the most inconvenient thing I've ever had to deal with in Roll20, but man, is it a pain in the butt. Because like an entire session will just stop because like somebody's tired and they think that everyone saw their rolls, and we're all waiting for them to tell us what the roll is. Yeah. So we've had games that like it just came to a standstill because the person, I guess, rolled their attack, like didn't hit or whatever, so they went to get like a soda, because they're just like, whatever, I'm out of here. And then we're all just like, where do they go? Are they gonna take their turn? Like, I don't know. Yeah, so it's one of those things that you take for granted with Roll20 that you can see these rolls happening. So this Froggo is going to move, and then this Froggo is going to move again. I love that these Bullywug ride around on frogs that have 10 less swim speed than they do. Like, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I guess not having to swim is nice because
Yeah, it's not about the fishery. It's about
It's a
sending a
power
message.
move.
Yeah, it's about sending a
it's
message.
It would be like a motorcycle gang that rides around on scooters. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you guys doing? All right. So anyway, this frog moves, takes a dash action. Then it is going to be commanded on the rider's turn to leap forward. And then, you know what? Screw that. He's going to just leap off of its back because he's like, you suck, bro. So he's gonna jump off, land on the side of the boat with his sticky frog-like legs and all that jazz, and just start stabbing and biting at Alvis. So here we go. Here's a spear.
I saw that one.
A 14 for 3, and then a bite.
So
Which is 22 for 2.
Okay, so they both hit.
Okay.
I take 5 damage, but he takes 20 damage of cold.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Then he's probably dead. So yeah, he turns into a little icicle. Yeah. So that is that. He off his mount's back, and he's like in Bullywug. He's like useless, and he like leaps off. And like a friggin' Final Fantasy Dragoon, he comes down, ka-cha, stabs you and bites you in one action, and you just hear a shing, and you look over, and he is just solid ice, floating in the muck.
So he's chipped off a significant amount of the ice that encases me, but I still have about half of it left.
And the frog back here in Frog is like, serves you right, asshole.
I ain't like you anyways.
Yeah. All right. So, let's see. Let's do this. All right. So that is that. That brings us to Pietro.
All right, the Froggoid that attacked Boris, am I able to shoot that normally with my crossbow, or is that close enough that it's disadvantage?
So it's close enough it's disadvantage because two things are happening here. One, when you're on a mount, the mount's size is your size, essentially. So he has access to all the squares around the frog, which would probably be a reason to ride a mount. The other one is, even if that wasn't the case, if you're in melee range of any opponent, you have disadvantage on your ranged attacks.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. In that case, I will, let my crossbow sort of fall down on my sling, my shoulder. I draw my rapiers, and I stabby stab.
Okay. Go for it. Stabby stab. Narrate them rolls like we're playing a real life D&D game.
All right. First one
Is a critical.
is yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Confirmed.
Bad luck. Bad luck, Bullywugs. Bad luck, Bullywugs. Let's see what happens to him.
7+8.
Triple damage, and they have to make a dexterity saving throw. Okay.
I haven't even had my follow-up yet.
He fails. All right. So add another D8.
Yeah, roll it.
Yeah, just roll it. Yeah, use the dice roller or the dice roller macro or okay. So yeah, Bullywugs are, they're like level 1 monsters. So you stab right into his eye and out the back of his head. The eye just ruptures like an oversized grape or water balloon, and the attack goes right through the back of his head, and he lets out a fearful cry as this happens. Alrighty.
In that case, I will sort of I'll look at Magruder and say, "Who wants dinner?"
You have one more attack.
Why are you talking
In
to
that case,
me?
I'll stab the mount.
All right, go for it. Yeah, that is also a hit.
10 piercing.
All right. 10 piercing. It is bloodied.
Right.
The frog, now free of its rider, gains its full power. But this guy, I skipped his turn, little Boris, so he is going to attack with a trident two-handed because he don't use no shield. Oh my god! But he does not get the crit. However, a 10 does not hit. Okay, so Boris takes a attack on the frog and misses. All right, good turn, Pietro. You have a move and a bonus action. Do you want to take him?
Well, the bonus action was the second step.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That's right. You're not 5th level yet. Gotcha. I was like,
I'm gonna stay put.
okay.
I'm not getting off the boat.
All right, we've got more frogs. Don't worry. Don't you guys worry. I don't want anyone to feel like there's not going to be enough frogs.
Oh, I'm sure you have plenty.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a bayou or something. Another giant froggo appears with its rider. It is going to swim and then swim again to get right up on this biz. So we'll go here. There we go. And that is its turn. Garuda, you're up.
So I'm gonna fly 50 feet up.
Okay.
Just gonna go all the way up and start raining down shots.
Okay.
The rider and yeah, so I'm gonna shoot the rider. See what happens. I'm gonna go sharpshooter for my first shot.
Okay.
That's a nat 20 for sharpshooter.
Okay. Who was this against?
The rider or this bullet. My bad. It's not finger. This bullet mark right here.
Okay.
So
what? Again, I can't see your roll. So what's the damage?
Oh,
it's a nat 20 for
16.
how much?
16 plus
Okay.
2.
All right. And let's see. That's a piercing attack. Wow, it does maximum damage, and you can make another attack with advantage against the same target.
Okay, cool. Is he dead?
Is the rider dead?
Yeah.
How much was the damage again?
How much is max damage?
I don't. 10
What are
plus
the dice that you drew on?
D10 plus 10 plus 5.
So 20 plus
25?
5, 25 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is quite dead. Yeah.
Can he take the other attack against the mount?
Yeah, is there all?
No, it has to be against the same target. That is the wording. It has to be the same target.
Then I'll bonus action attack them out. Then I go for another sharpshooter pistol.
Okay. Do an offhand shot with a pistol against the mount. All right.
Oh, motherfucker! Yeah,
What you got?
that one.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. The Lord taketh and the Lord taketh away.
Honoring Jesus.
Yep. He has wishes in one hand and shit in the other. That's RN Jesus for you. All right. Let's see. So first of all, the weapon is fouled because firearm rules.
Yep.
Secondly, let's see. Ooh, there is a little bit of an explosion from the misfire. So you are gonna take a 1d6 penalty on your next 2 attack rolls. So it's sort of like a Bane effect. So your next 2 attack rolls, after you roll them, you roll a d6 and subtract it from whatever you got, because you kind of singed your hand a little bit when it backfired.
Fair
Is
enough.
it because he's a Looney Tunes character with like the soot all over his face and his eyes all wide?
I mean, it could look like that for sure.
His beak going around to the back of his head.
I'd like to say that he's got enough. Yeah, does his beak go around to the back of his head? If he was using a shotgun, absolutely. All right, Garuda, anything else on your turn? And
No.
what is your elevation?
It's 50 feet up.
All right, you're 50 feet up. Got it. All right, Jenna, you're up.
Can Jenna see this one?
I would say it's under the murky water, so it would be full cover. Yeah, because it is submerged.
But can I see it swimming in there? You know, for like a magic missile, something I don't have to really aim.
Yeah, I suppose. Let me hop inside your miniature real quick. Yeah, sure. Okay, I would say that you see enough of it to see it for spell purposes. Yeah.
Okay, yep. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cast a magic missile at that one.
Okay. All right. I see a 4 and a 5.
For a 2, a 4, and a 5, so 11 damage.
All right. Takes 11 points of damage. Anything else, madam?
Nope, that's all from Jenna.
Okay.
Whew.
All right. That brings us to another frog rider. I kind of feel like these guys would be dragoons, like they would call themselves dragoons, because they like to jump, they like spears, and they're frogs. Dragoons are French, so I feel like all that kind of leans towards.
That's a great character concept. Thank you.
Right?
The only thing missing is them dropping their weapons, waving a white flag, and running away.
Oh wow!
A frog
Wow.
dragoon? That would be actually hella cool. I don't know if there's a race that lets you jump though. But go on.
I thought bullywugs could jump. Isn't that one of their racials?
I don't think they're playable though.
I mean, technically everything's playable with that thing I told you about.
Which
All right,
you never sent me.
Oh, right. You gotta send me a PM to remind me. So these guys, they're gonna swim up and swim again. That is the mount's turn. And then Jesus, what else we got? What else we got here? Okay. Let's see. All right, Afra, you're up.
Okay. I am going to lean out to the side a little bit, and I'm going to take a shot at this guy, the giant froggo.
All right.
Just a short bow shot.
Okay.
That was a 7. I assume that does not
7
hit.
does not hit.
That's really it.
Okay. Brian, you're up.
Alright, this might be a little risky, but I'm gonna see this guy approaching from the south, and he's gonna hop off and run down. And cast Arms of Hadar.
All right. Arms of Hadar. Go for it. Do I need to make a save or anything?
Yeah, you'll need to do strength saves, DC 13 for all 3.
Oh, okay. So for the fatty behind the tree, and then the big boy, and then this thing?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Why?
Can you post up Arms of Hadar? It's like a burning hands of tentacles, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Okay, so you actually got 4 with that, because there's a dude hiding under the water. So, not bad. All right, so they have to make strength saves on a failed save, 2d6 necrotic, and can't take reactions until the next turn. On a successful save, they take half damage but suffer no other effects. Got it. Giant frog, strength save. Is a nat 20-21. Bullywug, basic bitch. Oops. Bullywug basic bitch is only a 9. That is a fail. Other giant frog. 14. And let's see. I don't think I even have this other guy's sheet open yet. There we go. And then this guy right here. Oops, sorry. That's actually got a +2 bonus. That's a 16. So what's your DC?
It was 13, and the bullywug would I guess it only hits 2 of them.
Well, it hits everybody because it's AOE. But they take 3 of them are going to take half damage.
All right, let me cast it.
Yeah, so go ahead and do the 2d6 damage. All right, so let's see, 7 points of damage, half. We round up in this game, yeah.
Sure.
Is that? Well, I mean, I can't recall off the top of my head. I know there's a cheat
Round
sheet on
down.
the page. Oh, we round down in this game. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. So it's 3 damage to most of them, 7 damage to one of them. Got it. And that one can't take reactions. All right. Anything else from Brian?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. All right, that brings us to Alvis. What are you gonna do?
All right, so there's what Alvis is intending to do, and then there's what's actually going to happen because of Alvis's mutation that he still hasn't figured out how it works. So he's intending to cast Magic Missile on this guy.
Okay.
However, this happens,
Oh, okay.
and so were we going with the description where it actually looks like electric wings?
Yeah, that's fine. Electric Wing
So-
sounds good.
So basically, Alvis goes to try and cast a spell, and wings that look like they're made of electricity sprout from his back, and he flies about 10 feet back. And instead of a magic missile coming out, a chaos bolt is cast instead.
All right.
A 14 to hit on this guy.
14 on the frog is gonna hit.
All right, and it deals psychic damage apparently. And
The frog has no special defenses against psychic damage.
okay,
So
You
14.
roll 2 of them, don't you? You do 2d8 damage?
no, that was the D8 I rolled was the damage type
Okay.
for and
If
then
you roll the same number on both d8s, so let's check your damage dice. It was not the same number on both. Okay.
no, so it does 19 damage.
All right. 19 points of damage.
And then Alvis falls into the water.
Okay. All right. The frog is bloodied. Oh wait, that's not bloodied. Wow. I shudder to think how crazy it's going to be next Sunday, but I don't want to think about it. Never mind. Yeah.
Oh my
okay.
god, for 25 hours.
I'm doing it 2 weeks in a row too.
So many people are gonna forget, like, later when everyone's tired. It's gonna be so chaotic. Roll! Just tell us what you roll!
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Oh man, I'm gonna have to drill sergeant that shit. Okay, maybe they'll get it fixed by next weekend.
I really hope so.
Oceanus' turn. Oceanus is a bro and a half. He is going to tip his non-existent fedora to Jennifer, and he is going to move to the front of the ship.
It's called Jenna 4. Thank you.
Yeah. And then he is going to attack. He only gets 1 attack, so he is also not using a shield. 20 for 4. Nice. Nice. So yeah, he will attack this here frog and deal 4 points of damage to it. It is still going, however. It seems that the troops coming from the south are beefier than the troops that were from the north. Probably on account of their bards sort of buffing them up or whatever. All right. It's good. I needed more character sheets, Oceanus. Thank you. So let's see. Giant Froggo. Are there any left that haven't attacked? Yes. There we go. So this Giant Froggo is going to move. And then hop, swim further. So that's where it will end up when it comes to your lair. All right, its rider is going to command it to swim up onto the ship. So Alvis, you're in the water, you said?
Yeah, I would have fallen in.
All right, yeah, they'll definitely, they'll swim up on you. Because I guess they're not very smart.
Maybe they didn't see what happened to the other guy.
Yeah. Why'd that guy turn into an ice cube? He's such a quitter. Okay, so they're gonna go ahead and try to bite you and spear you. An 8 for 2 and a 16 for 7.
What one was the first attack?
The bite.
The bite for 2 damage?
Yeah, 8. I got an 8 for 2, so I don't think an 8 hits you.
Oh, no, it doesn't hit. I have 11 AC. So the second
Okay.
attack does hit me. I'm out of temporary hit points and take some real damage. But it takes 10 damage, 10 damage in cold in response.
Oof, all right. Anything else from you, Mr. Frog? Mr. Frog is done. All right. That brings us to a giant frog with rider. Let's see. This giant frog is going to swim closer to the boat and take a dodge action. All right. I'll try to remember your dodge action, unlike that other frog, little buddy. All right. Over here, this guy is dead. Let's see. This little jabrones is going to swim, and he will pop up right there. And this one right here is going to attack Brine. Here we go. With a bite and a spear. A 10 and an 11. Those both miss terribly. Wallace, you're up.
Wally's just gonna flutter up over here, and he's gonna take the dodge action.
All right. This cutie right here, next to Pietro. All right, elevation of 20 feet. Good to know. Still within frog jumping distance. All right, so this froggo right here is going to try and bite and stab at Pietro. A bite for 6, a stab for 18. The 18 does do 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay, the bite misses me, and that's will hit.
Okay. All right, and that I think will be his turn. Yeah, he'll just sit astride his mighty steed, biting and stabbing at you. Speaking of mighty steeds, this fat cutie right here is no longer dodging. He does feel a little robbed that I forgot his dodge action, but you know, shit happens. And he's gonna try to bite Boris. Giant frog. Oh, an 11 does not hit. So he tries to bite Boris, and Boris just takes like the butt end of the trident and kind of just hits him in the snoot and kind of knocks him back into the water. All right, Ryder is dead. We'll say the frog kind of does like a dog shake and like tosses the body off of his back. Over here, special musical guest. All right, you got to get in there, son. So let's see. You got a 40-foot swim speed. Yeah, so you could swim up to here. Okay. All right, this dude surfaces, opens up, its throat sac inflates all the way. It's tremendous. And then he lets out a long and horrible song from his throat sac. This song, if you speak Bullywug, it has all sorts of like backstory about their people. I don't know who designed these monsters. The song is called Galar Pat. If you've heard it before, please sing along. So it affects everybody within 30 feet of his choosing, which he will choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like everybody except Garuda, who is out of range because he is flying. And Wallace, who is also going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Diagonal world, whatever. Yeah, Wallace, you're fine. So everyone else needs to make wisdom saving throws as you hear the Galar Pat song. All right.
forgot an 11.
An
I'll go
11.
ahead and
A
use
7.
my.
7.
I'm gonna use my
Okay.
DM inspiration on it
Whoa. 4.
for a 19.
Okay. All right. So Jenna, I think you're the only one that passed. I see a fail from Afra, a fail from Alvis, a fail from Brian, a fail from Pietro. Let me get Boris. Let's see if he does any better. No, Boris fails. And let's see if Oceanus does any better.
It's a sea elf, so he charms and
Nope.
might have advantage. No.
Now, this is not a charm effect. This is a psychic assault. So, everybody who failed, you take 2d8, so 7 points of psychic damage.
Oof.
And for whatever reason, I guess they should have brought more poisonous monsters with them. You have disadvantage on your Constitution saving throws. I didn't design this encounter. All right. Those of you who passed, you take half the damage, so you would only take 3 points of psychic damage. All right, and that is that guy's turn. Let's see what's going on over here. Ooh, the other one will swim over.
Did Boris and Oceanus benefit from the inspiring leader speech?
No, she only doing certain people
I did
on.
that like before we went to the
Well,
Okay.
thing. They weren't with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. So we're gonna just repeat everything we just did. So everybody except Garuda, this time it does include Wally, needs to make wisdom saving throws against the Galar Pat song.
Got a 16 this time.
Nice.
8.
Ooh, another 11.
Okay. Let's
Wally
see.
got an 18.
All right. Oceanus. Nope, that's not it. You're supposed to roll wisdom, son. It's the same number, though. That's fine. It would have been a +1 either way. Kolith. Wow. Okay. All right. Anybody who passed, you take half of this damage. Anybody who failed, you take the full damage. 9 points of psychic damage. So halved would be 4 points of damage.
I rolled a 13. Does that pass or fail?
13 passes. Yeah, but that's the thing I'm talking about. Like, I saw everybody but Pietro's save. Like, imagine you're running 5 games a week like this. It's just been driving me crazy. And then with the marathons coming up, oh my god. All right. I love you, Roll20. So that is that guy's turn, and I think Boris is definitely. Oh, if he failed, did he fail? Yeah, he drops from that 9 points of psychic.
Oh damn, he wasn't
Ghost
very.
or just
Hobgoblins have very good attacks and very good defense. They traditionally have very bad hit points. They're definitely paper tigers in that regard. Oceanus is bloodied.
All this is
Okay.
very bloodied.
All right, Giant Frogo without Rider is going to. Let's see. I guess he'll swim up. Yeah, because ally is fine. let's see, to there. And he is going to attack a delicious snack that has splashed into the water. That snack is you, by the way, Alvis.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. He gets
I might be shielding on
a
this.
critical hit.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah. So
Not-
you take 2 points of loving frog nips, but also, let's see what else happens.
Oh boy.
Oh God, you poor man. You
Lose
poor
your
man.
other eye.
Not the face. You receive a permanent scar on your face.
Ah!
It-
Hold on.
I
Can we
don't
roll a
know
D2
how- I
to
don't
see if
know
it's
how
on the
you
left
can
or the
make it
right?
any worse.
So he grabs a hold of your head, and then he's going to pull you back 5 feet and under the water with the rest of his movement. There we go.
Okay,
And
so
you are now grappled. He has you in his mouth. The tongue is wrapped around your head. Your head and shoulder area is being crushed. It seems like he intends to eat you. That seems to be his goal.
Interesting.
All right.
Is
that
the
is its
scar on
turn.
the left or the right of my face? This is actually very important.
Wherever there's room for a scar, that's where we're gonna put it. So
That's on the right
if there's
head.
any-
Okay.
So the back of his face.
If there's anything left for room, that's what it's gonna do. So, Brian, the bonus character that you managed to unlock with your attack is right here. He definitely looks like a bullywug who bosses other bullywugs around. He is bigger, fatter, and more confident looking. Look at that smile. Take note there, Garuda, what a smile looks like. He is going to... Man, he can do a lot of cool stuff. Let's see. Okay, he can make 2 attacks. Okay, that seems... Oh, okay. Yeah. He will croak forth his royal decree and grant all of his... everybody that is on his team within 60 feet has advantage on their next attack roll. Holy crap. Okay, that's pretty cool.
I don't like that.
And let's see. As his movement, he is going to hop up onto this here frog. And that will be his turn. All right, Pietro, you're up.
All right. I'm going to turn and attack the rider behind me. Heavy stab.
All right.
Good things.
This slightly smaller bullywug inflates his throat sac in defiance of your attack. What is the rolls? Call them out to me. Announce them to me.
Do any of this stuff? It's only useful. Sorry. All right.
I think that he should use his Battle Master moves more.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, they're like Doritos, man. Once you start using them, you're just going to eat the whole bag. But you get them back on a short rest, so it's not... and this group is smart enough to take short rests nowadays. So,
All right. So 24.
Yeah. That definitely hits. What's the damage?
That's weird.
Hold on.
Yeah.
It like
No, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. 9.
Okay, 9 points of damage. All right, this particular guy is previously undamaged, so he takes 9 points of damage.
Follow up.
Ooh,
25.
25. Yeah, as a hit damage. Oh, and he is dead.
Nicely done.
Well done, well done. All right, anything else from Pietro?
I'm gonna stay on the ship, but I'm gonna kind of do like a Tuscan Raider sort of move. I've got rapiers in each hand. I'm just sort of pumping them up in the air, just yelling. Ah!
Oh yeah, seeing this, the Bullywug Royale, he shouts out in Bullywug to the rest of his forces, and they all look to you. All right. Anything else from Pietro?
And that's all I got. I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. All right. This adorable frog right here, it is going to go after Oceanus. Here we go. It has advantage on this attack thanks to the royal decree. That is a 19 for 6. It will go ahead and start grappling Oceanus. He takes 6 points of damage. And then it is going to try and swim away with them. There's a big old paladin and a scary like 4 scary ladies right there. That would be a lot of opportunity attacks. So it will just kind of turn around and push him under the water.
He can breathe.
All right. Garuda, you're up.
Alright, so I see the king guy now, and
Yeah.
this is when I go. So
He sees you, he waves.
I put out my broken pistol and pull out an ASP
Okay.
pistol.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna use my trick shots to gain advantage on my attacks.
Okay. All right. You can
So-
spend 1 grit to gain advantage. Nice.
So the first attack is when I still want to get advantage. This is my normal pistol.
Okay.
Motherfucker, 15 hit.
It's a 15 hits. Let's see. 15 is just enough.
Yep. So he takes up 20 damage.
Oof. Okay.
I'm gonna action surge, use vanilla grit point, and shoot that motherfucker again on my normal pistol.
Okay.
That'll be a nat 20.
Damn.
Oh, executed.
Someone is
I
having
guess
a
I don't
very
need to
good game.
gesture him to call off his troops now.
All right. Let's see. They have to make a dexterity saving throw. Okay. Let's see.
You put the target on the wrong person.
Ooh. All right. He makes it. He makes it.
Oh, motherfucker.
All right. The effect would have been he would have permanently lost an eye from the attack. All right. So other than that, there was no extra effect. But 30 damage. Holy shit. He is bloodied now.
Oof. And
What was the original damage?
that's 20 damage originally plus 30. So
Yeah.
then I'm gonna go one more shot on it for my bonus action. That'll be for my ASP, and I was gonna have advantage too.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I wasn't sharpshooter. Should have been sharpshooter ASP. So that would be minus
All right,
10, so
so-
17 hit.
Okay. 17 hits. What is this third attack coming from? Where's
My-
all these attacks coming from?
ASP. The first one was a normal attack. Second attack was action surge
Uh-huh.
to attack.
Oh,
And-
action surge. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. All right. Damn. The boss never got a chance. You executed him.
Oh, that'll be my turn.
That'll be your turn. All right. Jenna, you're up.
Jenna's gonna ready a spell, and she's gonna ready a shatter. She's pretty much gonna. It's gonna be like right there, but
Okay.
she's gonna ready the spell, and she's gonna scream out to Elvis, and she's gonna be like, "Elvis, get out of here!" And then she's waiting for Elvis to either move the area or take his turn.
Okay. This
That's
would
it.
use your concentration, but that's
Yep.
fine. You're not concentrating anything else. All right. That brings us to Giant Frog, who has this dude on its back. They are so stupid. They're just gonna keep fighting. So Brian, this is with advantage. 17. I don't think it's past your defenses. So it tries to bite on you, but yeah, you are well fortified behind your armor. Let's see. All right, this little Froggo comes leaping down from a nearby tree. All right. As it is heading down towards the water, it will make a two attacks against Pietro, as per the instructions from its boss. Its first attack will be at advantage. We'll make that the spear attack. Here we go. That is a critical hit. So you are hit for 6 points of damage, but let's see what the critical does. Oh, this card says deadly at the top and is covered with blood. So that's probably not good. Alright.
Hey, Crash.
Yeah, what's up?
Sorry, I just remember I was supposed to take minus D6 from both for 2 attacks.
Oh, okay. So the last one was a 17. So that's the one that's probably going to matter the most. So roll a D6 on it. Well, actually, it was your last 2 attacks, right? So the third one's the one that killed him.
Yeah.
So what were your other 2 attacks?
It was
Oh, the first one was a 15 and just hit. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Boss Man would be alive with like fumes for hit points.
Wait, wasn't it D6 off of damage or D6 off attack? I thought it was damage.
Off of attack.
Oof, yeah. So yeah, the first one.
D6 penalty on your next 2 attack rolls. I appreciate your honesty there, though.
So
he would, he'd still be alive with some fumes, basically.
Yeah, that sucks.
All right, cool. Meanwhile, let's see what happened to Pietro as this little dragoon jumps out of the tree. Feeling faint, you have disadvantage on strength, dexterity, and constitution-based rolls. Oh my god. So that's attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks. For 6 rounds. Really? Okay. Additionally, you must make a DC 18 Constitution save at the beginning of each of your turns. If you fail that save, you fall prone. Okay. So man, this guy tore you up pretty bad. Yeah, these are at disadvantage if you failed against the dude, but your turn came up since then, right? So you would be, I think you'd be okay now. And then the bite definitely doesn't hit.
You said strength, dexterity, and constitution rolls on that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that would still continue. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a self-serving card to be sure. All right. That is that. I think it could have been worse though. If it had been a bludgeoning attack, you would have had to make a Constitution save. If you failed, you would gain complete amnesia, losing everything you know about yourself, including your class, class abilities, spells, and backstory.
Oh my god!
That would have actually been pretty cool. RP wise.
That's a free. That's a free.
Yeah, you would have gotten to respec your character. Holy shit. Okay, that's why these cards. I think the cards add a lot to the game, but they are scary as hell though. So that guy leaps from the tree. He just tears with his spear, like right down your stomach, and you definitely feel like your intestines are trying to rip free of the thin membrane of muscle that is left holding them in place. It feels bad, bro. It feels bad. Afra, you're up.
Okay. So as a bonus action, I am going to attempt to heal Alvis with my healing light.
Okay.
Do, 2d6.
Yeah. Same thing for Jenna. Like, he's underwater and the water's nasty, but you can kind of see his shape, and you're like, that shape is not frog shaped, so I'm gonna go for it. Yeah.
Okay. So Alvis
Probably
gets
see my
hit.
legs kicking out of its mouth.
You do hear an angelic voice in your mind say, "Should we spare him? Perhaps for this one, death would be a mercy."
So I'm going to forward grab Boris and then step back, like to drag him away
A
from
horse
that
is
frog.
dead.
Yeah, I know.
All right, drag him away.
Cast Cure wounds on him, unless.
Oh, you. All right. Hold on.
Feel like we could use the extra person.
Sure. You can cast cure wounds on him.
Okay. Let's see.
All right.
That's
So
wait.
roll the heal for Alvis and roll the heal for the other person.
Oh, the heal for Alvis was 8.
Okay.
I've
yeah.
already added it.
Okay.
Oh, I did not do sneak attack damage on that. Sorry.
Okay.
So
Sneak
10
attack heals.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, thank you, you healed me," and then he takes the 12 points of sneak attack damage and dies again. No, he takes the heals. He is thankful for them.
Okay, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay, Brian,
That was effective.
down in the water. You are there. There is a big old frog with 2 frogs on it. One big frog and one small frog. The big frog has been shot twice. He has just huge bullet wounds, just oozing blood. He does not look as swarmy or as confident as his character art shows.
Alright, well, not to be too repetitive, but Brian would probably step up 1, and then I guess do Arms of Hadar again, because he doesn't have any other AoE effects.
Okay, so keep in mind, Arms of Hadar is it friendly fire? Let me check. Yeah, all creatures, yeah. So that is going to affect Oceanus.
Okay, well then, if I retcon this right here, he's not within 10 feet, correct?
Correct. These are the kind of things pre-level 5 characters get, are these pro gamer tips. Yeah. You could ask some of my other players, once you're at higher level, if you decide to cast a mage hand or hold mage hand as a
I don't want
ready to
I
action,
don't want to go back to that.
yeah, you will lose the most clutch spell that you have cast in a long time. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, so that would affect, this guy is mounted, so technically he would also be part of it, the downside of being mounted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 targets. 6 targets, not bad. All right, so it looks like it's dealing 10 points of damage. They have to make strength saving throws. So here we go. Regular bullywug. Regular bullywug. All right, frog. 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 And finally, big boy. All right, big boy makes it. The other, yeah. So, what is the downside? They can't take reactions. Okay.
Yeah, they can't take reactions.
Okay. So I don't know if that
3
matters at this point, but I'll mark the ones that failed just so that we know. So let's see. Of the giant frogs, 2 of them failed. So fail, fail. Of the little babies, 1 of them failed. Here we go. All right. So the ones with the green dots, they can't make reactions for a turn, and they also took some damage.
So, oh damn, 45 damage that turn. All right, sweet, awesome.
Yeah,
guess
AOE is nice. AOE is very nice.
Alright, yes, I guess that's my turn.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Alvis, you are up.
Okay, this is gonna be a fun one. So my head is inside of its mouth, and I am grappled. That is the case, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, apparently I can't move this. Can I move this? I'm gonna Thunder Wave. I guess here.
All right.
And I honestly have no idea how this works, but I'm thunder waving from inside of his gullet.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I'll post the spell. I'm gonna upcharge it because I am, scared that I'm in his gullet. And I'm, yeah.
All right, that'll hit the bullywug and the frog. All right, they have to make Constitution saving throws. Here we go. Ooh, 18. Definitely makes it. Let's see about the bullywug. Here we go. Bullywug does not make it. He takes the full 14 points of damage and is blasted back.
Yeah. But unfortunately...
he is bloodied and thrown... Oh, not... God, why do I keep doing that? There we go. And he's pushed back. Kind of thumps against the tree roots there. Alright, so this guy is not, and he only takes 7 points of damage. So his body sort of rumbles from the thunder, but he does not let go of you.
Okay, so the only other thing I can think of, I have no idea if this will work, but technically that's not based on my speed.
Mm-hmm. But it allows you to fly, right? But your speed would be 0. Oh, I see what you're trying to say. Allows you to fly up to 10 feet. Wow. I will look it up.
That's a cheeky shit.
I have to say that this will definitely go in my logbook if you are wrong.
This is okay. Let me just put it out here. I have no idea how this would be handled. I'm just putting it out there.
No. You are not the first person to ever ask for this. Yeah. So here we go. Our man Jeremy Crawford, who they've removed his permission to, to actually make rules calls, but
Oh, they have? Really?
What?
Yeah. Well, they said that no one is allowed to treat what he says as official rules anymore because he has flip-flopped on things too many times, like the whole shield master thing. And they way before that they said don't listen to anything Mike Merle says because he just wants you to play 4th edition. All right. So, but we're gonna go off of Jeremy's thing here. His thing says it allows you to fly 10 feet. It makes no mention of your speed, so your speed is irrelevant to it. Yeah. So technically, I guess it would let you fly, but I think you'd have to take the frog with you. I think that will be my middle of the road ruling. Is I will allow it because it doesn't mention speed, even though it probably should, and it's probably just a typo. So yeah, I would say that because of the nature of the frog, tongue grab, whole deal, yeah, you could fly, but you're gonna bring this thing with you. So where do you want to fly to?
Okay, so the metagame in me says I'm gonna fly over here, but I feel like Alvis has his head in the gullet and has no idea Shatter's coming. So I think a D8 direction would be the most roleplay thing to do. Starting with north, so 3 would be... Oh, crap. Oh, that might still take me out of it. So I'm going to move 2 to the east. And he would also move 2 to the east then.
I mean, you're still in the gullet.
You could sort of twist him around. He stays in one spot. I mean, he would sort of be a heavy weight that you might pivot around.
I like that. Yeah, Pietro's right. He's just he's still technically grappled, but he's just flying around.
You know what? I'm reading through this thread while you're deciding. And I'm gonna go ahead and just say that essentially, as OP as you basically have an on-tap Misty Step with this ability. It does allow you to fly away. That is the overwhelming consensus, is that You are essentially creating force movement on yourself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll say
Now, here's
wings.
the thing, though. Yeah, man. Okay. Because it's not movement. So yeah, it is essentially like a free Misty Step every time you cast a spell. That is bananas.
That is
Okay.
insane.
Yeah, go for it.
Oops, 10 feet. There we go. Then I'll jump out to there.
And
I don't
as
think
soon
there's
as you do,
All right. Gatter goes off. Very clutch. So let's see. That would be their bard, which are called croakers. That's pretty cute. So let's see. The croaker is going to make it save. Ooh, it fails. Okay. And then regular bullywug and 2 frogs. So here we go. 1, 2. And regular bullywug. Boom. Clean sweep. All 4 of them fail.
I'd also like some of the murky swamp water that splashes up to kind of land on Albus and muddy him up a bit.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, you create like a. I'll do you one better. You create like a Fatum type geyser situation, and some mud even splatters on Best Boy Garuda 50 feet in the air.
Oh, I'm
just
not
a,
trying
just
to
a
do
couple
that.
flex. Just a couple flex in there.
Sorry, Garuda.
I want Garuda to feel like he actually was involved in the combat in a more meaningful way, rather than being a satellite in outer space firing lasers. So, there you go, Garuda. A tiny piece of the earth touched you during this battle.
Eaten.
All right. So that kills this dude outright. His bones break and shatter and all that jazz. The croaker is still doing all right. It has significantly more HP than a regular guy. And let's see. This Froggo is bloodied. And this Froggo is bloodied. All right, well done, well done.
Keep grouping them up, Elvis.
They call that a big brain pro gamer move, what he's been up to. All right. Anything else from Alvis?
No, he's just like.
Okay. So Oceanus pulls himself free because Brian was able to kill the one that had him. And since he's already in the water, he is going to swim to here, and he's going to attack the croaker that is next to him. He will do so with a 2-handed strident attack. And critically fail.
Oh.
Wow. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's see. Melee attack. Oh, so everybody knows that I reference SpongeBob too much, but you've all seen the Rip Your Pants episode, one of the greatest episodes of all time. Teaches you about, overtelling the same joke many times. Yeah, thank you for those rip sound effects, whoever just made them. Yeah, so Oceanus, he looks over at Jenna, he flexes his Adonis-like build. He does a jumping front forward flip in the air, for whatever reason, trying to stab at the croaker, and you just hear a loud tear, and he has ripped his pants, and his sweet turquoise butt cheeks are just flapping in the wind as he does so.
So he ripped his pants in his underwear.
Oh yeah, he just tore all the way through to them butt cheeks. So.
Okay.
It says here, rip. Your pack splits, empty its contents on the floor. He doesn't really have a pack, so I figured we'd give Jenna a little bit of a show. All right, that is his turn. What a great NPC. All right, here we go. Giant Froggo. Well, Giant Froggo sees that there is still a tasty snack in the water. It's a giant frog. It doesn't know how tempestuous magic works. It doesn't have the internet to look up a 30-page thread on D&D Beyond about a feature that wasn't well described by its creators. So it's just going to try to bite you. It is with advantage. That's a 22 for 3, and you are grappled.
Yep,
And
I
it
sure
is going to start to swim off with its lunch.
have.
Because again, it don't know no better. All right. So this guy is dead. This guy's turn. Pietro, this one right here is going to attack you with advantage. So it is no longer going to be dodging. That is a great ability. I think all leaders in D&D should just give everyone in 60 feet advantage. What a great ability.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't
He's
kill
going to
him,
try to bite you
guys.
with advantage.
Apologize.
That is an 11. That is a miss.
Yep.
It's just going to continue to float there, feeling sad. Down here, this guy, he will attack the hateful paladin with his spear. So here we go. This is with advantage because of the boss man. And then the bite is not with advantage. A 21 for 3 actually would hit you, and a 19 for 2
And the
actually hits you.
19. Yep.
Oh my
Yep.
god. He could die now because he's actually been effective. All right. And then let's see who else had a number 1. Where you at, little babies? Oh, this guy over here. Very nice. Seeing in an opportunity, this guy is going to swim over to you. You are grappled and restrained, Alvis, so he will get advantage on both his attacks here. Oh, something huge just appeared.
No, I'm
Okay.
just reading it. Don't worry about
Okay. All right. So he's going to attack with advantage, 21 for 4, and he will try to bite you, a 16 for 5.
That hits, but I'm just wondering. So the giant frog is completely fine sharing his meal with this interloper who came and took a bite out of my ass.
Well,
Piss,
you
piss.
know how do you know how the Yuan-Ti are the boss of snakes? Bullywugs are the boss of frogs and toads. Yep. So they do what they do what the Bullywugs tell them to do.
Is it still covered in ice, or is that already faded?
That faded when my temporary hit points went away. I actually should have cast that instead of Thunder Wave, but I thought Thunder Wave would be way more cinematic if I blew him up.
Well, and you essentially unlocked unlimited Misty Steps. So there you go. I mean, I'm going to delete all my characters to make a Tempest Sorcerer now. So
yeah, if only Voxus did stuff like that. I mean,
yeah,
what would...
I'm definitely going to delete my Pony Monk because I'm sorry if there's any monk supporters here, but monks do not impress me in any way, shape, or form.
yeah, they're pretty trash. It's sad.
I could not believe how bad it was, but I'm not going to waste your guys' time with that. So, anyways, the only monk I ever played in 26 years, and I had good dice rolls and everything. It was still it was like the most stale experience ever. It was like paying $12 for a cheeseburger and it being like a totally average $1 cheeseburger. All right, I'm going to go ahead and attack with nobody. Wally, your turn's up.
Wally's gonna fly by, do a poop attack on the leader, granting the assist action, and then fly as far into the air as he can. So he's gonna be at 45 feet now, just above it. And that's Wally's turn. No longer dodging.
All right. This jabron's all the way up here is dead. This big boy right here, he will try to eat Pietro. And he is also at advantage. Oh my god. Here we go. 16 Pietro. I don't think hits.
No.
Is one shy. All right. He also is very sad and grumpy that he didn't get to hit you. All right, over here, this boyo does not like that you hit him with that. He also understands, like Brian, that AoE is good, and believe it or not, that crazy psychic croak that he has, he can use many times. Yeah, so he's gonna use it again, because why the hell not? So let's see, is everybody still within 30 feet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna like this, Garuda. This is a hype-ass move here I'm gonna do just for you, because again, I don't want you to feel left out. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mind being left out. I don't mind being left out.
So bullywugs can jump 20 feet straight up in the air, right? So wouldn't it be cool, right, if he jumped up and then croaked like like a anime character to make sure that you were included in the attack? Wouldn't that be cool?
But not,
But isn't
dude.
Groot 50 feet up?
I have 50
Yeah,
feet
but
up.
he can-
Would be within 30 feet if he jumped 20 feet up.
yeah, but I would say that is beyond the realm of reality for a low-level creature like this. So, as hype as it would be, Garuda, you are still immune to it. But this Jabrones, he is gonna math this shit out hard to make sure that he gets everybody else, including Albus. So everybody except Garuda needs to make those saves. The wisdom save. Yep.
Oh, for fuck's sakes! It's the third one in a row I failed.
Alright.
Same.
All right, Oceanus and Coalinth, who is not allowed to die.
Finally, something good.
Oceanus is just tired of his shitty rolls, I guess. So he wasted 2 20s on that wisdom saving throw. Boris fails again. No surprise there. All right, so damage that is serving up is 2d8 psychic. Oh, geez, 14 points of psychic damage. I'm gonna say that is probably that for Boris here. He's down again. All right, and then Oceanus only takes 7, so he is alive with 1 hit point. And then the rest of you can handle your business appropriately. Okay.
So I'm not sure why, but my HP bar on my token is not matching the HP on the character
Let's see what's
sheet.
going on here.
But I'm at 0.
Okay.
So you take 7 damage, so you have 13.
Yeah, that is weird.
You had a temporary hit points, Alice?
What's that, sorry?
You said a temporary hit
You
points
burned
from
through those a long time ago.
the team leader?
Yeah. Dude, bro was like
Well-
standing at the front of the ship like Jack from the Titanic, man.
No,
Like,
did you ever actually add him to the original? Because he wasn't there when we did the
Cast
infiltration.
Armor of Agathis, so that
He
removes the
totally,
other temporary hit
totally
point.
did. Totally
Yeah. Okay, you're right completely. Sorry, dude.
Okay. No worries. Now, the cool thing about Armor of Agathis is if you got better temp HP from something else, I don't know how that would be possible. Like your Armor of Agathis effect would still be there, but you'd get to use the higher value from the other source, which is kind of cool. So there's sort of a nice combo there. All right, so having done that, this thing is going to use its swim speed, and it is going to swim over to here with the rest of its swim speed. It's got a 40-foot swim speed. So I think it would get to there. All right. This one's turn. Oh, man. This one is torn. Does it drop its heel, or does it try to DPS? I think it's going to, much to its boss's displeasure, I think he's going to go the DPS route. So everybody will need to make the saves again. Except Alvis, you are outside of its reach, and Garuda, you are outside of its reach. I don't know what Wallace's situation is. What's his elevation?
He's 45 feet. It's in the
Okay.
green circle.
Gotcha. There's just like 4 of the minis there.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so that would be the end of Oceanus. That'd be, if we're tracking such things, failed death saves on your Hobgoblin. The damage here is 9 points of psychic damage. The
What's
DC here, the DC is a 12. You're trying to beat a Wisdom save of 12.
Another 4.
Can anyone
Alright.
else see my roll? Because I can't see it either. It pinged like I submitted it.
I don't see it.
I don't see it. Yeah.
Alright, I'll roll it again. It's not, nothing's popping up on mine.
14.
All right, you make it, Brian. You take 4 points of damage.
Thank God, because I've only got 8.
All right, and then I think with its rest of its speed, since it's not within reach of anyone, it will swim. Let's see. To there, yeah, and try to get some cover behind the tree. All right, giant frog, who feels sad that its meal was stolen. It is going to, yeah, it'll just swim on up. And it will attack Brine with advantage, because that's still in effect. But that is only an 11. All right, Borskies, what do you got? All right, a pass, cool. This guy is so dead. All right, Bullywug Royale with cheese. What is Bullywug Royale with cheese? Bullywug Royale, he was kind of hoping to get a heal from the Bard. He's a little disappointed by that. That's what you get for pickup groups, I guess.
Max is so more pissed off.
Other than that, I don't think. Yeah, all right. Well, he will seize command of the mount because he mounted it last round. So he will seize command of the mount, which is cool. While mounted on a frog, talk about a very specific ability. While riding a frog, he has advantage on melee attacks. So that's cool. He is going to bring his royal spear to bear on the paladin in front of him. He gets to make 2 attacks, so he will do that. But that is only a 17, so that does not hit. And then he will use his tongue to try to pull you close for a bite. And also a miss. All right. That is a good job there having a high armor class. And I think he will maybe maneuver the mount to here with a little 5e shuffle action. Pietro, you're up.
All right, so with my crit, I need to make some kind of saving throw at the beginning of my turn. Is that it?
Constitution saving throw. Yep. DC is an 18.
You have disadvantage.
And you have disadvantage. You're basically spending most of your effort trying to hold in your guts. And keep in mind, not everybody can see your rolls, so you have to announce everything that you're doing.
That's not fair.
Oh,
Good
there
shit.
you go. You
And
got an 8.
disadvantage.
Oh, that sucks.
You fall over prone from the pain. It's prone. It's not the end of the world. Prone at the beginning of your turn is basically just saying you lose half your speed. So then you can spend half your speed to stand up. So you're not prone anymore. But yeah, it's basically like the pain is so intense of like your guts trying to, you know, that the can of peanut brittle that has the snakes in it and they pop out. Like that's what your guts are trying to do right now. So yeah, you fall over and then you kind of like grit your teeth, sweat it out, and stand up on shaky legs.
Right,
what are you gonna do with disadvantage to literally everything?
All right, so I want to use second wind. Does that need to be after? Can I do that now, or does that need to be after my attack?
Yeah. Bonus action, go for it. So you use that. It's a D10 plus your fighter level. Okay, so you get back 5 hit points.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, every little bit helps. There was a monster earlier in the week, I think it was earlier in the week, that had like 2 hit points left or something. And it managed to like, I think kill somebody because it had 2 hit points left. It was terrible. Ugh. Last week was a rough week. That was a rough week. Yeah.
Okay, so that would precision attack on that other
Yes,
guy.
you would.
All right, I'm going to use one of my superiority dice. I'm going to call a precision attack on the.
Oh, the cool thing about precision is you don't have to do it until after the fact.
Yeah.
So if you figured out that like the frog has like an armor class of say 11, right? And you only roll like a 9, you could be like, now I use precision attack. So it's better to do it after the fact, because if you use it ahead of time and then you get like a nat 1 or something, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So definitely with precision, wait for the right moment to do it.
So in that case, I'm going to attempt to attack the dragoon that dropped on me and caused all this nonsense.
Okay, all right. Yeah, she gives you a hard look, like bring that weak shit to the playground.
Now, because I use my bonus action to stabilize myself some, I only get one attack. Is that correct, or is it still the
Correct, because at the end of the day, you only have one bonus action in 5th edition. It is one of the few balancing things in the game. Is the only one bonus action, only one concentration slot.
All right, here goes.
If you guys are ever thinking about home brewing something, yeah, 19 definitely hits, baby. 8 points of damage. She is bloodied. She did not gain the benefits of the heal earlier, so the whatever that weird ability was that gave them extra hit points. All right.
In that action, can I action surge now, or should have that?
Yeah, if you haven't used your action surge yet, definitely do it.
All right, let's. So wait, to mark this. I'll figure it out later. All right, so I'm going to action surge and then attack again.
All right.
Make the most of the situation.
Ooh, unfortunately, a 9 does not get through her defenses. She holds up her tiny shield made from alligator hide. Oh, okay, there you go. A perfect scenario. Now you could use precision strike. So roll a d8. And that brings it up to a 12. Is a 12 enough to hit her? Let's find out. She does have a shield. Let's see. Bullywug. Here we go. Nope, that's the croaker. Come on. Where's the regular bullywug? All right. Unfortunately, going from a 9 to a 12 does not do it. Yeah, she has dexterity, hide armor, and a shield to protect her. So you pumping the superiority die, and you push through the shield a little bit, and it punctures the hide of the shield, and she just sort of like twists the blade away from herself. All right. Anything else for Pietro?
If I were to move at this point, that would initiate a
that could
opportunity
be
attack.
potentially a lot of opportunity attacks.
I'm just gonna stand here and take it.
All right. Fair enough. We've got a big boy frog. It is dead. We've got a Garuda.
Dead.
Also known as the space satellite.
I'm gonna
What are you gonna do, space satellite?
try to finish where I started and kill the big bad. So I'm gonna put up my ASP and pull out a different ASP. With my
You can
normal.
kill one of those fucking bards that keep doing the psychic damage.
The bards are pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. That's completely true.
Okay.
So
You
that's
had advantage on this one.
yeah.
If you had advantage against the boss, was it still against the boss, or were you going against?
Yeah, it was against the boss. Yeah.
Okay. Then the boss is so dead. But let me see what the critical hit was.
Maybe a bullet goes through 3 targets behind him, and
Neck wound. Aw, for a frog, what a way to go. Yeah, he's inflating his throat sac, commanding his minions, and there is a loud pop, like the world's biggest punching bag balloon was popped. And you just blow up his throat sac. It would allow you to do another die of damage, but it doesn't matter because he is super dead. His player tries to point out to the bard, if you would just give me the goddamn heal when I asked for it, I'd still be alive. And then the bard's like, no, the heal would have only been for 10. That's more damage. I made the right call. Go get me another drink. Yeah, so he is dead skis. For real this time.
then I turn around to the bard right behind me and shoot him with the ASP sharpshooter.
Okay. Sharpshooter bonus attack offhand.
That'll only be a 7.
7. Yeah, so it hits the tree, blasts a huge chunk out of the tree. The frog is like, shit. Okay. Yeah, it looks up at the hole in the tree, and it looks at you, and it looks at everybody else, and all the bloodshed and the violence, and you can tell that it's definitely making morale checks using analog dice on the other side of the computer screen. All right, Anything else, Garuda?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. Jenna, you're up.
So, the 4 Jennas are going to jump off of the boat onto the back of this dead frog, and then
Okay.
jump off and bonus action Misty Step to this guy.
All right.
And then she's gonna Hypnotic Gaze.
Okay, that is a Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Yep.
Alrighty.
It's kind of like Naruto, just
Oh, it made it.
All right, so 16. As you go to do this, you realize that based on the anatomy of this creature, it is very hard to look it in the eyes. And you kind of like keep turning your head, and it keeps turning its head, and you keep turning your head, and it starts blinking its eyes, but not at the same time. And it's a very frustrating process.
Alright, yep, that's her turn.
Okay. Giant Froggo. Giant Froggo no longer has advantage, but there is this dude here. It has a terrible attack, but it also is very stupid, like frogs are. So it's just going to attack. Sorry, people that like frogs. 12 does not hit. It will just continue to sit there like a fat lump. All right. Let's see. This thing, she is going to climb up the side of the boat. This is all just flavor. And then attack Pietro 2 times. First, she will try to pull you in close and kiss you on the mouth.
No.
Yeah. Here we go. 13 though doesn't hit, and then she will try and stab you. And does not. So the two of you are having an epic battle. Both of you bloodied here on the back of the jolly boat, fighting it out, flanked on either side by giant frogs. Boris dying in the boat next to you. Afra, you're up next.
Sorry, Boris, I got my own shit to worry about.
All right. I am going to insight check this guy, contested by his deception.
Okay. Which
Can you
guy?
see him?
The
That's
the
19.
croaker? Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the group that Gruda shot at.
I feel like the croaker should have. Wow. Okay, 19. You do make it. I just want to point out that the croaker is a pretty cool monster, but if he's really a bard, why does he have a 10 charisma?
Yeah.
Either way, you do manage to insight into this creature. This creature is, flavor-wise, thinking about leaving the fight. It's like, yeah, I could start over someplace. Maybe we can do an adventure, I don't know. Yeah.
Just shoot it. for 7.
Okay. 17 is a hit, and looks like 8 points of damage. All
I
right.
think it's damage all around.
It shakes an angry spear fist at you.
All right, that's all I got.
Okay. Brian, still going with them juicy 4 hit points. What are you gonna do? You are flanked by giant frogs, and there is a dragoon rider still there. The boss is down. Since he is a boss, I will allow him to roll death saving throws. So if you'd like to lay on hands or cast some kind of healing on the boss, I would appreciate it. There might even be some flair, some DM inspiration in it for you. Oink, oink. Just something.
I will.
Yo, Chris,
will
this is
lay-
it Monday, bro.
I'm gonna lay on hands on myself.
Oh, on yourself. You almost had me there. You almost had me there. How much would you like to heal yourself? 15?
Yeah, I'm gonna do 15. It's my
Alright.
full. And as a bonus action, I'm going to hex or curse this bullywog, or the guy that's riding the dragoon that's riding that bullywog.
Okay. You hexblade curse him. Alright.
That's my turn. Sorry.
Okay, and that's your turn? Gotcha. Alvis, Saving throw against death.
I rolled an
Okay.
8. That's a fail. Next next
right.
turn.
Oceanus, saving
Is
throw
that-
against death.
Is that your first one, Elvis? Or
Yeah, that's my first one.
Okay. Giant frog. Yeah, since you are already grappled and you can't resist, I think he still has to make an attack roll against you because you are not an object until you become a corpse.
I am
So the
restrained
frog. Oh yeah, he has advantage to this. All right. So yeah, he's gonna swallow you up. Or
No, he's not.
Oh man.
though.
All right. As he goes to swallow you up, the explosion, because again, 6-second combat rounds of Garuda's missed shot on the tree startles him, and he does like a little blip, and you're just kind of hanging from his tongue as he kind of blips and looks over at the explosion on the tree. And then, startled, he is going to try to start swimming away with you. Yeah, so he's going to start swimming away with his schnack. He needs to find a safer place to eat his lunch. All right. Over here, not wanting to be left out of lunchtime, this frog is going to attack Pietro. Critically.
Oh,
Jesus.
man. All right, 8 points of damage. There's a stack of critical hit cards from this fight. There's a stack.
I've got
of critical hit cards.
the necklace. I've got the parapet of wound closure.
Okay. So last card you got.
Will that affect a crit or no?
Well, what affect a crit?
The parry maneuver.
No, crits are crits is the thing. There are ways to mitigate crits, but parry is not one of them. Parry will simply, lower an attack roll against you, I believe, right? It's like a cutting word.
It lowers
raises
damage.
your.
So you
Lowers damage.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah, if you feel like you need to lower damage, definitely do that.
Yes, I very well do.
So here's the thing. These decks, they have like 52 cards in them. Only some of the cards have blood-soaked artwork and terrible things on them like deadly and life-threatening. Last turn, you got deadly. This turn, you got life-threatening.
oh, fun. Don't you
All
love
right, so this is quadruple damage. And any spells with a... okay, nice. You don't cast spells, so you don't need to worry about that. But he splits your lip. So when it goes to bite you, it grabs hold of your head and just forces your lips against those sweet orc tusks, and they kind of split open. You feel and taste your blood just kind of pouring out of your wound. So let me give you 2 more d6s of damage.
Okay, then can I use my parry to reduce this damage?
Totally, yeah. So roll a d8, and it will reduce the damage by that much.
I think he adds his dex as well.
Yeah, and you add your dex. Yep.
Come on, 8.
So what is your dex?
Is I think
Plus 2, right?
2. Yeah.
So 8.
Okay.
So 8.
So you reduce it by 8. So instead of 14 points of damage, you only take 6 points of damage.
That's good.
All right, and you are grappled. It will now use its and restrained. It will use its speed to start swimming away with you.
Pietro, no.
All right. Because now that their masters aren't here to boss them around, they're gonna do what giant frogs do best, which is steal adventures and eat them later. So that brings us to Froggo. Nope, that one's done. Dragoon over here. Let's see. This Dragoon. Oh man, I'll be honest. This fight is such a shit fest. It doesn't see where Jenna went, so it thinks that person's gone. There's one woman in the boat. There's lots of frogs on the field. I'm just gonna roll a die here. I'm gonna see if he decides to stay or go. Yeah, he is going to swim away. And then he will use a dash action to swim another 40 feet. Yeah, he's like, you know what? This is a mess. I don't even want to sort it out. So that guy is gone. This one right here, though, he is all up in this shit. So he is going to stick with it. He will attack the paladin. Here we go. This is going to try and bite you, and it's going to try and stab you. Neither of those gets through your defenses. Wallace, you're up.
Wally is just going to fly over here and take the dodge action, while keeping an eye on where Petra's going. That's his turn. And Jenna, as a free action, is going to look at this guy and say, in Aquan, "Run now, we won't pursue you. You can live with
Okay.
your life."
All right, yeah, it nods sagely at what you have to say. You can roll, I'll give you a free insight check if you'd like.
A 7.
Yeah, this thing has no idea what you said. It is just
Yeah,
trying to
with her
it's just trying to
fingers,
look, it's
with
trying to
her
look hard.
fingers, she did like the two the feet to like just run away.
Yeah, since they don't move in that manner because they're frogs, she's even more confused. She just kind of nods at you and inflates her throat a sec.
She starts hopping with her fingers up the way.
Alrighty. Pietro, this frog looks over at you, and there's longing on its face because it was really hoping it could eat you.
You can see the longing in the
What's the
artwork.
end of this?
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
wow.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh, my man. Oh wow. But realizing
Feels
that
so tired.
it has to move on with its life. It will climb up. Give me a dexterity save, Afra. Also, pick a space. What space are you in? You're currently in 4 spaces.
Hey, you put me there.
It hasn't been an issue yet because you haven't been directly targeted. So
I think I'm mostly in this space.
okay. Yeah. So roll a dexterity check because this huge frog climbing into the boat is definitely going to cause it to rock and shake violently.
Catapult.
Okay, so you're gonna definitely, yeah. Well, in an 11, it's just the boat rocking. Yeah, you could grab onto the boat and not be thrown from the boat. It is going to gobble up a Boris. I guess it has to make an attack roll though. That is a critical hit. All right, so Boris is Dunskies. All right. And then it will just sort of use the boat as leverage now, and it will leap 20 feet away into the water. So yeah, the boat comes crashing back down and starts rocking violently as you cling onto it, Afra. Unless you wanted to let the boat catapult you. Do you want to be catapulted by the boat, or do you want to hang on to the boat?
No, I will. Well, no, I will stay.
Okay. All right. Because I think if you catapulted, you'd head that away.
I'm good.
So, up to you. All right. That brings us to this sweet boy over here. All right. This sweet boy, he sees that for the most part, this raid has been pretty successful. They have 1, 2, 3 prisoners. It is going to call some stuff out in Bullywug. And then, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seems like a little bit of a waste because it would only be able to hit Afra. I think it's just going to move and dash. Try to get the hell out of here. Yeah. So that guy is way off the map at this point. All right. So this one over here, she is going to look around the tree and see that her peeps are sort of scattering. The boss is down. and she kind of looks at you as you're making like the little fingers and the hops and all that. And she just narrows her eyes and kind of squints at you like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she's really trying. Yeah. And she kind of motions. She hits herself with her spear, and she points away, and then she points back at herself.
Yeah, and Jenna just nods and continues to hop further away with her fingers.
All right. So she's going to use the tree as a springboard and kind of leap away. Do you make an opportunity attack or no?
No.
Okay, then she leaps away, and then she's going to swim out of here. All right. The giant frogs, however, they don't know no better, so they're going to stick around. This giant frog is going to kind of see that there is a tasty person here and try to eat that person. But a 7 does not hit. Oh, it's like I can only roll good against Pietro. I think that has to be how it feels for Pietro at this point. The boss is dead. Pietro, you're up. So Pietro, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage. Difficulty is 18. As your guts are spilling out in a spool behind you.
Does prone not matter if he's grappled and restrained?
It certainly matters, because then he would be stuck in prone. Because if you are prone and grappled, or prone and restrained, you are stuck in the prone position.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can ask the new kobold who spent the entire Friday night like that. All right, so there is a tearing sound, and you just hear sort of a "pwee," and you look down and you see there's some guts hanging out.
Oh God, Pietro.
Yeah, Pietro.
My pendant, my periapid wound closure.
That doesn't actually come into effect
Oh,
until you
yeah. No. Thematically, wound closure, I could definitely see that. So you kind of grab it and you're just like, like forcing it back in. And right as you kind of get in, you feel your own finger kind of get pinched as your stomach closes back around it. It is so painful. I doubt that any of us could really understand how painful it is for you to be tucking your own guts back in as you are magically healing around said guts. But man, is it a bad feeling. However, it is now your turn. You are prone, restrained, and grappled. What are you going to do?
How badly hurt is this frog?
The frog is bloodied. I'm remiss in not putting the bloody symbol up. It is bloodied.
Okay. Is my head in its mouth?
Yeah, but I mean, 5th edition, this ain't Pathfinder, so there's not like 100 different modifiers we have to keep track of, like -4 for being blind, and -3 for being grappled, and -2 for all this other stuff. So you just have disadvantage. Admittedly, you have disadvantage about 17 times, but like it's still just disadvantage.
All right, fine. If I'm gonna fucking stab the bastard.
All right, stab him. Do it. Do it. Okay, 8 does not get through, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close.
Nice. That's a D8.
A D8. You need a 3 or higher. There you go. That does hit. So what's the damage?
All right.
11. Yeah, you smell and feel the final burp of this creature as it dies. Shuddering, it kind of opens its mouth, and you are no longer prone, no longer grappled, and you're still prone, but you're no longer grappled, you're no longer restrained.
Okay. Let's see. And do I have enough tree and get out of line of sight of these motherfuckers? Because I don't want anybody.
It'd be half your speed to stand. Do you have a swim speed?
I don't.
If not, that'd be difficult. So you could probably move to there if you wanted to. You could stand up in the water and sludge your way over to the shore.
All right, well, I at least need to get out of the water, so I'm gonna sludge
or
my way.
if you want to try, you could deliberately go down under the water and try to hide under the water from view.
Hide under
The water is about 4 feet deep. Yeah, and you got a frog corpse here too, so you could go under the frog and under the mud. if you
I'm
wanted to.
I'm going to use the mess of activity of this frog thrashing and dying, and I'm going to get underneath it. But it looks like
Okay.
I'm just close enough. I'm gonna like keep my head above water so I don't have to hold my breath and drown. It's hard enough keeping my
Okay.
guts
Well, yeah,
in.
you can hold your. Yeah, it's 5th edition though. You can hold your breath for I think 3 or 4
I rolled
minutes.
20 just close.
Well, in that case, I'm just gonna burrow under the frog
Okay.
corpse.
Very nice. You disappear from view. Garuda, you're up.
Yeah, 1 second. My roll 20 just closed for some reason.
It is a quality program that I proudly give money to every month for the best possible service.
Okay, yeah.
All right,
back
while
up.
Garuda is charging up his laser, Yana, do you have anything that you want to do?
Jenna is going to take a dash action and swim to Oceanus.
Okay.
And she's like getting a potion out, but I mean she used her action.
Okay.
Alright,
Alright.
I'm gonna fly
Garuda,
over here.
back to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly over here to the frog that
From
took
your
Elvis.
bird's eye view, you do see the unconscious but somehow still alive Alvis being carried off by a frog.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly over here to where Elvis is and put up my pistol ASP and pull out 2 new ASPs.
Oh, and put him out of his misery. Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Whoa.
Gonna go for 2 sharpshooter shots. I'm gonna blow him on.
Oh my god, dude. Alright.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you blow the frog's head clean open. Alvis's body just ragdolls out into the water. Let me see if anything rad happens in addition to that. A stack, guys, of critical hit cards.
Yeah, that's actually
maximum damage. Maximum damage from that shot. So yeah, its head is completely blown free with 35 points of damage, which was more than its buffed HP.
Can I bonus action give him a potion?
No, administering a potion is an action.
Okay. Then I'll just go down there and prepare myself to give him a potion like Jenna's doing. Oh, wait, sorry, shut up. I'm only level 4, Crash. I'm only level 4. That's the hello.
It's very pink, and it's and a little blue at the same time, and it says, shoot that.
Yeah.
It flies by.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
All right, take the shot. Ooh, yeah. You blast the tree again. I don't know what this tree did to you, Alvis, but sorry, Garuda, but you are destroying it. You are destroying this tree. I've never seen someone lumberjack a tree in half with a gun, but it sounds like something that you would see in like an early Quentin Tarantino movie.
All right, I'll be right back.
This frog, she looks around and she can't. She's like, "Where did Pietro go? He must be inside that frog over there." Everything's kind of gone to shit. Spellcaster's back. She is going to get the hell out of there. So she's going to go 40 and then 40, staying low in the water and the mud. All right. In the dying light of day, it would be near impossible to probably see her 80 feet away under the swampy water, blah, 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 blah. All right, Afra, you're up. No pressure, but Alvis is 1 failed death save away from dying forever.
I am completely out of heals. I only had 3.
Oh.
I used them all.
All right.
So I'm gonna stab the frog that's in front of me.
Okay.
I should not have wasted my cure wounds on stupid Boris. He was not very helpful.
Oh. It's all right. It's all right.
Okay.
You have a kind heart.
I'm gonna break out my shiny new dexterity longsword.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah. So you pull it out, and as you do, you hear admonishments coming from your coin, and it says, I absolutely agree. That evil creature did not deserve any of our healing light. Now the one who suffers the most faces near death because of our short-sightedness. And as you're just trying to push away these admonishments, yeah, you just kind of swing, sort of like towards the frog. It doesn't hit. All right. Anything else from Afra?
All I got.
All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's like Garuda's vacuumed up all the luck for this session. That and apparently that one Froggo that was just tearing peeps up. All right, Brian, what is the plan? You still got 3 dudes around you.
Since it doesn't look like these guys are going anywhere, and I don't think I could even see Alvis or make it to him. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and swing at this guy I cursed.
Okay. 13 against Curse. Curse doesn't give you anything else to accuracy, though. 13 does not get through its defenses. Anything else from Brian?
That's gonna be it.
All right, Alvis, at the beginning of your turn, saving throw against death. It's all in RNGesus' hands now.
As long as I don't roll a 1, every... Guys. Oh!
No, it's a 19.
Oh! Oh, it's just a 19. Oh, that's right. It's not bright green. Okay, but hey, you're still alive, which is impressive enough.
Why is it adding
right.
+1 to my death save? Aren't death saves just flat rolls?
Do you have any kind of item that gives a bonus to saves?
I do. I have that luck stone.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
I guess roll 20 just views the death save as a...
Yeah, death save is a saving throw, so
Here, I'm
anything
gonna
that gives
mark
bonuses
your
to saving throws.
me so that I know that you're the one that has it. So let's see what would be a good thing for that. Is there like a clover or something? Some leaves. That doesn't really make sense. Maybe a gemstone? Nothing? Okay, we'll go with uranium. There we go. That's lucky. All right, Oceanus' turn. Oceanus has to make a death save. Oh, he naturally. Oh my God. He opens his eyes and it's like reverse. Yeah, it's reverse Little Mermaid. He like looks up at he looks up at Princess Jenna, and he reaches up with a trembling hand to kind of brush some of the mud and algae away from your brow, and he just smiles at you. He's like, "I know this isn't the time or the place, but may I kiss you, madam?"
After everything's dead, Baka.
Oh, sure. He grabs his trident, which is floating nearby, and he is going to attack. I think he's going to attack the bullywug. So let's do that. All right. He had to try. All right, he had to try. Well, shit.
Oh.
That kills him. All right. That brings us to giant frogs without any intelligent leadership. The giant frogs are going to just try to do what giant frogs do, which is GTFO. So, let's see. Wally. Sorry, I'm being so formal with you today. It is your turn. I just ran into like the Familiars Union meeting, like Friday morning, and he was so professional with his little tie and everything. And anyways,
Wallace is gonna just fly down to Pietro and try and use his head to nudge Pietro's guts back into him.
Okay. So he's gonna use a help or an assist action, or a help action. Got it. All right, this frog with a belly full of coalith is just happy. Everything went great. And he's just gonna swim off, pulling the Hulk meme. This is an absolute win, because again he's got like a 2 intelligence score. As far as he knows, this was a successful raid. All right, this Froggo right here is going to try and grab a hold of Afra again. But a 9 misses. And yeah, it'll just, I don't know. Yeah, it'll just hang out. That's fine. Let's see. Pietro, you're up. Do you keep hiding, or do you want to poke your head up and see? Well, you see Wally is pulling up, and Wally is trying to... he's like pushing with his wings, like against your stomach.
It would be the first medicine check.
Do you want to try and do, I don't know, a medicine check to see if maybe you could, that'd be kind of cool. We'll set the DC at 18 to match the ongoing problem. You want to try a medicine check to get your gut situation under control?
You help.
Let me look at a medicine situation. Okay, it's not -1 at least. So
all right.
I'm gonna try and fix this gut situation.
All right. So with a 4 would have been terrible. A 16 still isn't enough. But Wally, you raise your your offhand blade and prepare to stab yourself through and kill yourself. And Wally's like, he holds up a wing hand. Is like, no, that's not how medicine works. And then he kind of like pulls bandages out of your belt pouch and like hands them to you. And then sort of, so you start the process, but the damage is so severe that 16 is just not enough. Do you just want to chill safely over here?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out. As much as I would love to try and do something to help out the party, I need to help myself first.
Fair enough. All right, Garuda.
Also, it's my charisma it's a -1. My intelligence, for a half orc is kind of okay.
Yeah, anybody that has a plus modifier to intelligence in the world of 5th edition D&D is a genius. Because there's only one class out of 47 classes that uses intelligence, and everyone else just dumps that shit.
I mean, 3 Eldritch Knight, Trickster.
All right, Eldritch Knight and Arcane Trickster, and I guess once Artificer is official in a week or whatever, that'll be as well. Or is that official today? I think that might have actually happened. No, that's still November. All right, Garuda, what's the plan?
I'm gonna action pour a potion down Alice's throat.
All right.
Then I'm gonna pull out a different ASP, put one out and pull out a different ASP in bonus action to try to shoot the bully mob dude.
All right, so with dual wielding, you only get the offhand attack if you take an attack action.
Fair enough then. Well, yeah, I better get Alvis then.
Okay, Alvis, you come too. One of you guys needs to make the roll for the hit point.
Go for it, Alvis. You do. I think it's just a BBG.
Jesus.
Or a bitch potion.
Bing.
Hey, that's cool. How'd you do that?
The macro at the top.
I see it.
Click on your token and then it's up at the top.
So, as he wakes up, like, hey, you got a new scar on your face, fucking Thunderbird.
I think I know why you're not being selected. Which Alvis? There's 2 Alvis sheets that I'm seeing. Which Alvis are you using?
Well, I'm just using I'm using the Stormcaller or whatever. Storm Chaser.
Okay, that's why. Yeah.
And this
was set up
with the old. Okay.
Now we know. There you go. All right.
And as he gets up, he goes, "When the fuck did you get thunder wings?"
I'm gonna look at you like I'm gonna look at you like you're insane, and I have no. And I'm just gonna look around, being like, "Where am I?"
Jenna, you're up.
Jenna pulls out her finger guns, and she shoots a firebolt at this Froggo.
All right, go for it. That Froggo's got an AC 11.
And she misses.
All right, it fizzles out in the water. Anything else?
She rushes up to Oceanus, and she's like,
"Okay,
that was an excellent kill." And she gives him a little kiss on the cheek.
Oh, all right. That brings us to this frog. This frog, seeing that there is something easier to attack than this clam, or whatever this thing is. Turtle, maybe. It is going to turn and attack Oceanus as he's getting kissed on the cheek. 14, I think hits because Oceanus is not using a shield. Yes. So as you're kissing him, he kind of moves to try to kiss you back on the lips. Oh, and then you hear "Ah!" as he is whipped around, and then it will take an opportunity attack as it tries to start swimming away with its meal. So, Brian, if you'd like to do that.
I will. It's just taking forever to load them, so.
Oh, no worries. And Oceanus is also knocked back out because he only had 1 hit point. A 10 just misses. So you go to swing on it, and I guess you were not expecting this thing that had literally sat there for like 5 combat rounds to suddenly just surge away. And I think it will use a jump, actually. Yeah, so it can get 5 more feet. There we go. So yeah, there's a huge of water as it leaps in the air, because we are talking about probably over 1,200 pounds of frog here, and then it comes back down further away. Okay, that is its turn. Afra, you're up.
Right. I'm gonna try and actually stab this frog again.
Okay, the frog who has actually been trying to bite you wishes you well in your endeavors.
I'm completely useless in this fight. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
All right,
You dropped like 30 heals.
You pumped this up before. We'd be all dead at this point otherwise.
You did have a clutch healing. You did have a clutch healing round.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, the frog. It looks at you, and just shakes its head in disappointment. It shakes its head in disappointment. All right. Anything else from Afra?
No. That's all I got.
All right, Brian. You and Disappointed Frog are still in melee, but Happy Frog is swimming off with your boy. It is also worth mentioning that Happy Frog has not been damaged yet this whole fight. No, wait, it has.
Well,
It took 3 whole points of damage early on.
well, I know I'm gonna take an opportunity attack, but I will rush after Oceanus.
Oh no, 7 points because you did. Yeah, that's right.
So I'll take that opportunity attack.
All right, it will try to attack you. Oh, 21.
Crit.
It does. So you don't go anywhere,
Son of
Brian.
a-
So yeah, he grapples you. You are now grappled and restrained and take 3 points of damage.
But I can still use. But I can still use my action, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
All right. So, being real pissed off that this frog just grappled me, I am going to turn around and scream at it and
Okay.
cast Inflict Wounds. My last spell slot.
Okay. Make the spell attack roll. That is a hit. Necrotic damage. Yeah, it just from the point where you touch it, its flesh starts to rot and melt and slough off, revealing like a skeletal frog beneath, and it dies horribly, as it is like half mummified by your touch.
Unhappy frog.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
You still have movement now.
Yeah, now you
I'll
have
go.
movement because you are no longer grappled and restrained.
All right, so I'll rush up to this, and I guess as a bonus action, I'll just curse it. I don't know if that'll help.
Sure. Yeah, you move your curse over to it. Okay, Alvis, you are up. You are, I believe, prone, 7 hit points in the water.
Yeah. So I'll stand. I guess that'll be the first thing I'll do. I'm just quickly checking certain ranges of things. And huzzah. Okay. So after taking a moment to kind of refocus, Alvis sees there's a frog with somebody in its mouth. He doesn't quite can't tell who at this range, but I will cast a chaos bolt at it,
All right.
and I'm actually going to quicken the spell.
Okay.
So I'll use 2 of my sorcery points on that. And I'm going to upcast it as a 2nd level spell. Why is it not? Oh, I got to do the roll first. Ooh, so it's a 13 hit.
13 does hit.
Beauty. Okay, and then I think so first I got to roll a d8 to figure out. This spell is actually interesting but weird. So fire damage at level 2. Wow, that extra dice really did a lot. So 14, 20 fire damage.
20 fire damage. All right, it is still going, but obviously bloodied.
What got buffed by the bards earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, and then unfortunately, think this through. I don't think I have the range on. What the hell? Does Firebolt always have a 240-foot range, or is my
Well,
roll
if you
20
have
net?
Spell Sniper, it does. Otherwise, it's 120.
Ah, there we go. That's probably a holdout from the old character sheet. 120. Okay.
Yeah, but you're certainly within 120 feet.
Beauty. So because I quickened Chaos Bolt as a bonus action, I'm going to cast a cantrip, and I'm going to try and Firebolt this guy as well.
For it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I will crit hit him for 7.
That will do it. So let's see. Maximum damage. Okay.
So 16. Or no, 20?
20 points of fire damage when it only had 1 hit point left. It is completely just charred into a giant 1,200-pound charcoal briquette. And as it dies, it lets Oceanus out of its mouth.
Yep.
All right.
See, if
I
Alvis
think-
can ever stay awake in a fight, he's effective.
I think if you guys are okay with combat ending, I'm okay with combat ending. Are you okay with combat ending? Or do you
I'm
want to
okay.
chase down the fleeing bullywugs into the swamp in their native territory?
Nope.
No.
No?
I'm okay with competitive.
All right. Yeah, oh my god, guys. There were so many crit cards. Like, so many crit cards. I'm actually going to take a screenshot and show you guys, because it was ridiculous.
I am gonna say when Jenna catches up to Oceanus, she's gonna use a charge of her healer's kit to stabilize him.
Oh, very nice. Okay. I kind of figured, but it's good to know who's doing it. Yeah, Jenna, like, that was a close call, because if you had lost that that source of blood,
Yeah. I gotta hold on to that.
All right. I have to say, what a ridiculous amount of criticals in that battle. Here you go.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Okay. See those bright red ones off to the right? Those are Pietro's.
Until
Yeah.
2 to 12 days you have passed, you are unable to speak. God damn.
Yeah.
You guys are just wanting Alvis to get that one, eh?
Ugh,
Yeah, that
man.
would have been convenient.
So you guys are going to regroup at your ship. You can probably loot the dead if you are so inclined.
Oh, I'm looting every single motherfucker. I'm taking this personally.
All right, so it looks like the 2 croakers escaped, but the Royale did not. So what did the Royale had? He had alligator hide armor, and matching alligator hide shields, which 5th edition, a shield is a shield is a shield. Let's see, what else did he have on him? He had a satchel containing assorted wealth. Essentially, valuable things, like Little Mermaid style, that he had found during his many raids and attacks throughout the place. There's a lot of scrimshaw artwork.
In there.
But basically, in assorted scrimshaw and coinage, he was carrying a whopping 89 GP worth of coins and art. So there's that. Plus his Royale spear, his gator hide armor, and his gator hide shield. So I'm typing that up for you. There you go. In his satchel, he also had an empty drinking cup. The cup seems to be made from a conch shell. So that's kind of cool.
Janet's gonna ritual cast detect magic while they're looking
All right.
at all this stuff.
The conch shell is a magical. Okay.
And then when
Oh,
she
that's-
identifies that, she'll identify it also.
All right. There is a journal that at first glance you thought might be a spell book, but it is not. It is a journal of some kind. And you find a single playing card, which is the Jack of Spades. It appears to be magical.
Yeah, she'll just go right ahead and
Swoop
cast
that up.
identify on both of these.
Okay. They are both minor trinkets. So the shell randomly fills with salt water. And the card, if used to try and cheat, will maniacally laugh. Yeah. So anytime you find weird items like this, more than likely they were made by apprentice wizards trying to make magic items, or they were like factory defects made by trying to make actual cool items. Or maybe there was a wizard somewhere that was tired of his friend trying to cheat at cards, so he hid this thing in the deck. I don't know. But those are the things that he had on him. The others have spears and all that good stuff. The Royale spear, the only thing that's really cool about it is that it's very ornate. So it's decorated with like bones and feathers, and it's gilded a bit with some precious metals and gemstones. You could probably sell the spear for 100 gold.
Alvis is gonna do a thing. You remember those unstable elixirs we found?
Of course.
Yeah.
He's gonna drink one.
Just right now?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
He's feeling alive, man. He just came from the brink of death. I feel invincible. I have no idea what the effects are, so I'll just count that as a 0 on the character sheet under unstable elixir.
Poison.
All right. How old are you, Alvis?
Alvis is, where is my bio? 110 years old.
Okay. You now think that you are 1,100 years old.
On the character sheet, I am the eldest and wisest.
You're certainly the oldest.
Yep. Oh, you young whippersnappers! I remember when the Empire of Netheril was. Wait, do I remember it? I can't quite remember it, but I'm pretty sure I was there.
So the frogs don't have necessarily any loot per se, but they could be harvested if you are interested in that. Amongst the other bullywugs, the rough value of their trinkets and ill-gotten coinage and all that comes in at 36 gold pieces.
We should try to harvest them. We could sell the meat to the lizard folk,
I'll be disappointed if I don't get
or
to eat
perhaps
frog
give it as
legs.
a gift.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have more luck giving it as a gift.
Crash, can I use an action to try to repair my pistol?
Yeah, I mean, this is a good time to do it. You have at least 30 minutes here between gathering up the bodies, casting 2 identify rituals, all that jazz.
Yeah, would it be a... Well, what would the modifier be for a Tinker's tool?
I mean, you're a gunslinger who's proficient in them, and you have time, and you're not under duress, so I would just say you could repair it.
Okay, cool. Thanks. I know. I
Is
reload
anyone
everything.
here good carver? I can tell you what to cut.
Yeah,
Does
so go
anyone
ahead and
have
give me a
survival?
nature. Yeah, give me a nature check for the frogs.
I do have these, which give advantage on nature checks, knowledge checks regarding to the harvesting of edible materials from a corpse.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
23.
Yeah, so you know that you could take the skin. It doesn't make very good armor, but it does make pretty decent leather and waterproof leather as well. So that's kind of cool. I'm looking up the other stuff. That's the one I remember off the top of my head, and obviously the meat as well. But it would be a survival check to go in here. Whoever's doing it would have advantage from your check.
Does anyone have proficiency in survival? The ones tell me cut these up.
Yeah. I will. Give me a moment.
I don't have proficiency in survival. I just keep somehow surviving.
Yeah, you still should not ask me because I just.
I think you did better than anyone else would, to be honest.
Let's see.
My
You
angel
think-
is really today.
Yeah, so 13. You are able to get plenty of meat from the frogs. The skin, however, you're not able to get a tremendous amount of the skin, and then the more advanced stuff is definitely going to be beyond your ability to harvest, I think. Kind of pushing yourself for it would only kind of foul it up a little bit. But you essentially have just 2,000 pounds of frog meat. You know what I'm saying? Like that's you got a lot of frog meat here.
We should
Well,
probably eat it now, as much of it as we can, while we take a short rest.
I think we should give it as a gift to the lizard folk.
Yeah, you could short rest in the boat, or you could find like some land to short rest on. As you guys check on yourselves, those of you who are in the water for any amount of time, you do have leeches clinging to you, slowly draining your bloods.
We should probably do something about that.
These are not monstrous leeches. These are just basic bitch leeches.
Okay. Trying to find some dry land, make a fire, burn these suckers off.
Yeah, I mean, if you just want to stay in this general region, there's a double set of land right here. It might be the most land for your dollars, but there is this one right here that does have a tree on it and is mostly clear. This one is dominated by tree roots and smaller trees and stuff, so it probably wouldn't be the most comfortable one to try to set up on. All right, let's get out of combat music. Jeez. All right, so, rough fight to be sure. But you have routed the bullywugs, who either will come back in greater numbers, gunning for revenge, or give you guys a wide berth as you make your way through the territory.
Did Boris live?
No.
Boris did
He's-
not. He was actually, yeah.
All right, all right. I
Question: did
mean,
we need the body to get the reward money for his death, or
Um, I don't think that that was expressly communicated.
yeah?
So more than likely, she would probably be like, "Sure, sure." I don't know
She
how.
lent Boris to us. Like,
Yeah, I don't know how crafty she would be. If she would be like, "That was my mercenary, so I'm not sure why I would pay you for it." But
That's the
I
question.
mean, you guys have some pretty high charisma people, so you could certainly try.
You know, maybe like two of our other people died during this fight. They got eaten too.
we lost a couple crew members.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Dungeons and Dragons versus video games, right? Like, you could accept a job, leave, go screw around for 3 days, come back, make a deception check, and a persuasion check, and be like, "We finished the job," and they'll be like, "Oh, okay," and then that's that. Um, if that's how you want to live your life, do you know what I'm saying? But over time, in an ongoing campaign, your reputation is the most valuable thing that you have. So just kind of keep all that in mind. But
Well,
yeah,
it's a
like,
good thing people know me as Jenna the Generous.
all right. So we are at noon. I'm sorry that combat took so much of our time. But you guys are very close to the ruins that were marked on your map. So next session we will pick up from those ruins. We'll all be at our best next session, obviously, and
Oh no!
we will see what's going on with those ruins, and then kind of take it from there. There is also the journal that you found, and then you also have Thousand Teeth on the agenda. A lot of stuff going on here. So and you got a buttload of XP from this fight. So look for that in chat. I don't know if it will be enough to tip the scales over to level 5 just yet, but man, maybe. That was a pretty big ass fight. Unfortunately, a lot of these are all classed as like low level monsters. But 5e action economy, it doesn't matter how many low level monsters there are. Even if you're just rolling +3 to attack, if you keep getting critical hits and you have critical hit cards in play, it really doesn't matter.
You
That is
only
the
need 836 to level up. And I'm just saying, it'd probably be worth it to long rest and hit level 5 and fight in a storm than it would be to fight at level 4.
Oh yeah, completely.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to long rest. Please.
Level 5 is pretty big.
Or are we gonna long rest now?
If we,
You know what? Let me Kobold Fight Club this thing, because you might actually make it. I don't know. I do have to give XP to your helpful NPCs who were there.
I mean,
so.
one of them died, so he doesn't get XP.
Is that how it works?
yeah, is that how
Started
it works,
for
right?
Let's
It's like food. If you die, you know what your share is divvied up amongst the rest of us.
Okay, giant frog skis. Can you believe a giant frog is only a CR 1/4 or creature? That's nuts.
Its attack rolls were really underwhelming.
Oh no, that's the thing. Like,
Guys.
I don't want to be like preaching a sermon about crit hit cards and crit fumble cards, but like, if you play D&D enough and you get good at the math, a fight like that without crit cards would have been a little stale, honestly, because like, a lot of you have defenses that, like, creatures that are rolling +3 on their attack rolls and stuff, it would have just been like, oh, one finally hits you, you take 3 damage, kind of thing. But with with critical effect cards, literally any fight you're in could be a crazy fight. Like, you never know, like, what fight is where, you don't know if a little frog is going to jump out of a tree and just tear you open across the gut sack. You know what I mean? Like,
I did not see that coming.
yeah, that's okay. That's fair. It's not fun to be the one getting hit, I guess, but I don't know.
I survived, so I mean, I'm not taking it personally. It's just it's like,
right.
fuck, the hits just keep coming.
Oh man, you did take some hard hits that fight for sure. So let's see, Royale. Okay. Let's see. We'll just do it this way. Mm-hmm. And
then
sorry, this Kobold Fight Club. They haven't added all the newest stuff yet. So, oh wow, how much XP did you need?
836.
836.
Okay, we will just say that you got 836 because the XP for the encounter was 825.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
So we will say 836. That works for me. So Ding Ding, go ahead and level up for next week.
Hey, level 5.
Level 5.
So
You
starting
guys
out
reached
level
level 5 before the other group. Congratulations.
Are they still 4? They're 4?
They are still 4, yep.
Yeah,
What does
how's
it
the other
start
group?
tonight?
Are we going like the same pace or?
You guys jumped ahead / did side quests at some point. I don't want to say jump ahead on a sandbox game, but you've done content that they haven't done. So they are a little bit ahead of you on the quote unquote main story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you guys both have a ship. They have spent 3, 4, 5 weeks arguing over who should be captain, what the officer should be, what the officer position should be, what the name of the ship is should be. You guys decided in I think like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. So yeah, I think you guys are a bit more organized in that way, for sure. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to see the two different groups and what decisions they make and all that jazz, how they handle the different encounters, and also RNGesus. Because again, you guys, when you did the sea caves underneath the house that crawls, it was like the storming of Normandy. You know what I mean? It was terrifying. What was going on, and they just like clean sweeped it like it was nothing. Like yeah, so it really just depends what the dice have in store for you. That's just what happens with a game system that relies on a d20. I mean, it's just such a
Yeah.
big random number. Other game systems like Warhammer Quest uses a d6, Iron Kingdoms uses a d6, World of Darkness uses a d10. So like the swing is what they would call it, for RNGesus is significantly less in those systems than it is here. Shadowrun uses d6. So like anything that relies on a d20, it's a lot of gambling. Like your best laid plans are still totally left up to chance in a d20 based system. So in that way, I want you guys to know that you all played really well in the session today. So I'm sorry for like Afra who couldn't manage to land a hit. I'm sorry for Pietro who couldn't not get hit. Again,
Hey, no, I mean, I knew what I was walking into. I was like, I will be the meat shield. We've got a slightly better meat shield now, but I understand that
you were meat shielding from two different directions. You know, he was handling the south, and you were handling the north. I mean, you did hold off, I think, 5 attackers for like 6 rounds or 5 rounds before they finally got you. So, I mean, nothing to sniff at. So, I will say though that Garuda didn't take any damage that fight. I don't know what Garuda's doing differently that you guys aren't. But maybe you could hit up. Maybe you should hit up Garuda in private chat. Ask him what's your secret. Why are you so good at Dungeons and Dragons?
the entirety of last session,
Yeah, I don't
somebody-
understand. It's like you're always wherever you need to be in combat, and like you always can see everything that's going on, and you just never tied down in like the melee bog. Like, how do you do it? You're so good at Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. Anyways, I gotta take my kid to the art store, so I will catch up with you guys later. Next week is the first of 2. Boy, that's
Later, boys.